second.
All right, there we go. Hello, sorry about that. Small technical issues. Welcome back. It's day 4 of Team Canada's Overwatch World Cup trials. I'm here for another co-stream. We have a 6 to 8 block, and then we have an 8 to 10 block after that. I'm super excited to get into this. This is now going to be a full block where every one of these players has had at least one tryout so far. So I'm super excited to get back into meeting some of these players. We're getting everybody in the lobby right now. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to the two teams, which I have affectionately named Team Poutine and Team Beavertail, since this is of course just trials. We don't actually have team names for them. Up first on the screen here is Team Poutine. So we have Foreshadow, whose in-game name is Hyun. I'm probably going to call him Foreshadow. Flame on DPS as well. Hypothesis on that tank. The Crazy Ones and Alkura going to be the back line. And again, this is trials, so we're probably going to have some of these rosters get swapped around as we go through the blocks. It will be this team as Team Poutine to start out. Now, on the other side of things, Team Beavertail, we have Alex and Almetstiana on DPS here, Jackal on that tank role, Gorilla and John No going to be the supports here. So, again, every one of the players in the 6 to 8 block, and I believe our 8 to 10 block later tonight, have all already gotten at least one block in. So looking forward to getting to see them. They're warmed up, they're ready to go. We know where we're gonna go for map number 1. It's gonna be the same map that we always go to for map number 1. It is going to be Lijiang Tower to get us started here. And of course, Lijiang Tower is not going to have any bans. So as we go on through this trial block, our head coach, Coach Danny, will implement some bans here and there just to make sure that we get to see kind of everything that needs to be seen to determine which one of these players has a shot and making it on to the team. I'm going to give it just a moment here. Lijiang Tower, we are loaded in. I'm gonna make sure that I have my teams set properly here. Looks like we are gonna have to swap the sides for them, I believe. So I will do that, and then we'll get into things here. And a reminder as well, the players are going to end up getting moved around here and there, so don't worry about it too much. We'll be keeping score as well, just for funsies. It does not matter. That's not what the coaches are looking for here. But so far in the blocks that I've been doing, it's kind of like even here. I feel like Poutine kind of won out on the first double block I did, and then Beavertail won out on the second double block that I did. So we'll see if there's going to be a bit of a tiebreaker happening here today. I think that the players are just about ready. We are in the lobby, but it is scrim code, of course, so the players are going to be able to add time themselves. They're also totally in control of the compositions that they play for map number 1. So it's all about just showing what you're most comfortable on, what you think is going to be able to kind of show the best ability that you have for the tryout. So we'll throw it in. We'll take a look at what the players are thinking about, at least for Lijiang Tower. But again, there's probably going to be some changes. The players can swap in and out the heroes, at least for map number 1, where there's going to be no ban. So we'll head into Lijiang Tower. We'll see what they're thinking about. So far, looking like potentially a diva here. Jackal hovering. We have the sim for both sides as well. Expecting this is going to be the TP out and then a swap over. Okay, Tracer and the Pharah here for Alma. No surprise to me. We got to see some of that Pharah from Alma already, just yesterday in fact. Max is going to be over on this Ram, and first blood gonna go to Jackal here. The Leo out of the mix here for Team Jackal trying to stay alive, but Flame absolutely hunting him down. That D-Mac is going to come through. So more or less kind of even numbers here as the point is going to open up. Now Max on the Trim Mantra is set up on the point. So having the tank available for Team Poutine already going to be a huge advantage for them. Alma taking taking down a Foreshadow, though. That Vara on the coast side just doing so much poke damage, and Poutine have not been able to find the follow-up kills, despite not having Jackal in the mech for that entire fight. It will be Beaver Tail picking up the first one. Holy Beam Day. Yeah, Beaver Tail is very stacked here. Gorilla, of course, playing in OWCS right now. So yeah, lots of really good players on this team. But like I said, we will probably have some swaps come through. Comp swaps. Already we're gonna have Foreshadow over on to the M-Ray. There's no Tracer to dual flame here as Alex is over on that Sojourn. But seems like John No on the Lucio doing a pretty fine job keeping Flame in check here. Always aware that the Tracer could be lurking. Good percentage being built here for the side of Beaver Tail. Apparently have the barrage ready to go for Alma. Looks like it is Flame putting a little bit of pressure onto the point, trying to draw back Beaver Tail. Max is gonna take so much damage, and they're turning towards the point here. The recall comes out from Flame as well, and yeah, with Max out of the fight, can't really stay in as much longer. Flame not gonna get out alive. So far, Beaver Tail very much in the driver's seat. Oh no, Crazy Watch TPs into a rocket from Alma.
Not so fast.
And 5 ultimates ready to go here for Beaver Tail. All they have to do is make sure that they don't hit all 5 at once. Max is going to make the swap over to match the D.Va here. Crazy Ones has to get to a rush. She might have to commit this just to try and get the team out of this choke point. You have to anticipate Gorilla's going to go for that match, of course. To rotate towards coast side. Unfortunately, Foreshadow left out to dry there, trying to hold the angle. The entire rest of his team rotates toward the point. It is the flip that comes through, but so many ults still ready to go here for Beaver Tail. It's going to be the dueling Kitsune rushes on the point. Ult bomb comes out as well. Alex has this overclock, just pummeling in damage from outside the point. Max doing his best to try and deny some of that value, but after the beat fades away, the barrage cleans up the tank. It is a flip back over to Beaver Tail here. And I don't know that anybody will get the touch. No, Alcura just a little bit short to trigger that overtime, so fantastic start here for Beaver Tail. I think definitely the right call for Max to make the swap over to try and match the D.Va, especially with Alma over on this Pharah. A lot of poke damage that's going to make it really hard for the Ram to kind of make those rotations that are needed. To see if there's any changes here. We'll go over to the control center now. This is where I maybe would have expected to see Ramatra, if anywhere, but I think that it's probably going to be the right call to take the D.Va mirror. We've been seeing D.Va most of the time as kind of the default for a lot of these tank trials. Save for yesterday, where we got a lot less D.Va, honestly. A little more Mauga. Jackal thinking about the Zarya here. Alma's over on the sim as well. Yeah, looks like it's going to be another TP out. I do wonder if Alma's going to move back over to the Pharah here for control center. No, going to go with the Reaper instead. And not going to commit to that Zarya either. So it is still going to be this D.Va mirror here. A mirror matchup save for Alma on this Reaper against Flame on that Tracer. Flame's already trying to control server room here. Already so much space has been taken by Beaver Tail though. Flame is still lurking on the Tracer, but the rest of the team very much just getting pressured out by the front line. Oh, Bro's so low. Oh, they take out Railgun headshot there. John No gonna find a headshot as well. Lucio Tracer gone. Everybody else going to fall shortly after here for Poutine. First cap of control center will go over to Beaver Tail. And they're going to push up and try to hold this choke point. You got Alma on this Reaper, you definitely want to try to find some corners to work with. And now, notice on Poutine to try and find a way to get through this choke point. It's going to be a speed that Soch duel this time, so I don't know that we're going to get to see Poutine push forward through this choke point. This is going to be another fight win here for the side of Beavertail. Hunter, hey, thank you. Welcome in, Hunter. I hope the conference stream went well. Overclock in from Alex. A few members from Poutine found their way through, and they're going to be promptly punished for that. 50% on the board here, and just had to commit in that overclock from Alex. So lots here to work with for the side of Beavertail. They're going to go aggressive as well, Gorilla. Kitsune rush straight into the spawn of Poutine. And now, Poutine are running out of time as approaching that 70%. It's going to be last fight territory if Poutine are even able to get their feet onto the point to trigger this overtime. The pulse bomb ready to go. Flame looking to be the one to touch point a little bit. Try and draw back some members of Beavertail.
Nerf this.
Bomb committed in from Jackal. Looks like it's just for the remag. Now there's a Kitsune rush across the point here. Flame, pulse bomb connects on, finds Gorilla, uses that Kitsune rush to take down Alex as well. And finally, it's a fight win here for the side of Poutine. Hunter still has 2 face-in games to do. Oh, he's a grinder. That's impressive stuff. You got a long day ahead of you, Hunter. And a long weekend, I suspect. All right. Foreshadow has the overclock here. I have to be wary of this speed engage potentially coming through from John No, where Beavertail will only need to win 1 fight here to claim Lijiang Tower. We will, of course, play the 3rd point. Alex finding the opening pick. Unfortunately for Alpura, they're caught out in the open, and overclock in is going to be matched with the beat. It's great from John No. Connects on to all 5 there from the side of Beavertail. The bomb on the point is going to be avoided, and yeah, it's just the cleanup coming through now from the side of Beavertail. Alpura's going to commit that beat in, but not able to find a kill off of it. Max somehow still on this point. Being pressured out though. Lots of angles against this D.Va right now. Will he be able to stay in the mag? Yes, he will. Gonna have to be Flame getting the touch on the point. It is gonna be the Blossom in. It kind of just forces anybody trying to walk through that choke point back. Point flip goes through somehow to the way of Poutine. They're still in this fight. Even numbers on the board. Taking Alex out massive here for the side of Poutine, but the rest of Beavertail coming in clutch here, and it should be a flip back over for Beavertail. Foreshadow and Crazy One still around, but yeah, overtime now. God Flame not going to be able to trigger overtime again, and that will be Lijiang Tower picked up here by Beavertail. Again, we will go, of course, to that garden sub-point of Lijiang Tower. It is a tryout block, after all. But we'll give the point over to Beavertail now. And this is pretty big, I think, for Beavertail to move back over onto garden, because, yeah, almost going to move back over onto the Pharah. Max, looking to maybe play some Wrecking Ball here, so we'll see who's going to be the target of these engages. It's probably going to have to be Alex on the Sojourn. Can't imagine that you're going to have too good of a time kind of trying to chase down really any of the other heroes. There's so much mobility here for the side of Beavertail.
Look at this team.
I suspect that Max might need to swap over onto the D.Va as they figure out what's on the other side. But
Watch your flanks.
we'll see.
They might try something.
Looks like Foreshadow wants to start on this Emray as well. I do like that for them. Be able to have a little bit of pressure onto Alma at least. TP's out for both teams, and yeah, we're gonna be back over to that Pharah and the Tracer for the side of Flame. Concussion, not quite connecting. It is actually going to be Poutine making a rotation kind of towards White Room here. Oh, Max. Oh, still on the point. Okay, thought maybe might have slid into the pond there, but the Wrecking Ball still alive and well. Oh, nice move from John. No, it's going to disconnect all that momentum from that Wrecking Ball. And right now, Beavertail, that's controlling so much space. Poutine are having such a hard time with these engages. TP forced out from Gorilla, but already, yeah, the kills coming through here for Beavertail. Foreshadow, unfortunately, actually falling off the map, courtesy of this Diva. And Max not going to find the health pack that he was hoping would be there. Alex with multiple kills once again, and that is going to be the first point percentage being built here by the side of Beavertail. No ults on the board just yet, but having control of this space on this Pharah and this Sojourn is going to be advantage enough here for the side of Beavertail. Maybe rotation through the white room for the side of the team. Really have to see a little bit of a clear engage come through with Poutine. Max is over on the Diva now. Okay, Alma gonna get caught out a little bit there. Flame starting things off with a kill for Poutine. Trying to take down Crazy Ones as well. Umbra, unfortunately falling though, so it's even numbers here. As I say that, it's going to be the DPS coming in clutch here for the side of Poutine. Somehow stop away the DPS for Beavertail back in this fight as well though. Alma need to take down Flame, and of course, it is still the point in favor of Beavertail here. Poutine never able to swap it back over. Oh, the fadeaway shot from Alma onto the Tracer. Max very low as well, so it's a disengage that has to come through here. And now the ults are coming online for both of these teams, but Beavertail's gonna have them ready to go first. Gotta be careful of the barrage from Alma. Foreshadow. Trying to create some space, and Alex is gonna shut that bot down immediately. Great beat there from John No as well. Alex, no mercy for Altura trying to hide in the corner. Pulse bomb out, a zoning pulse bomb, if you will. Flame narrowly escapes a railgun, but the rest of Beavertail ready to clean that up. Kitsune rush in here from Gorilla. Touch the spawn door challenge, nearly acquired for the side of Beavertail, and that will be it for Lijiang Tower. Beavertail looking very, very strong. Very impressive stuff here. All right. So we'll have to see where we go for map number 2, and also, crucially, if we're going to see any swaps come through in terms of the rosters here. I feel like you probably have to need to get these teams a little bit more balanced to really see the potential from all of the individual players. But yeah, so far Alex has been looking absolutely fantastic on that DPS role. I've been singing Alex's praises since I saw him in the very first block. I believe it was day 1, block 1. Fantastic Tracer, fantastic Sojourn as well. So we'll see that map number 2 is going to be a push map here. So the way that it's going to work is we're going to play 6 maps, and we'll go through all of the map types once, and then that 6th map will be not Runasapi, will be a control map. Map number 2, however, will be Runasapi. So we'll see also a swap come through here. Looks like we're going to have a swap in our flex supports here. What players are in for the block right now? Here, I'll just throw it into the game. You'll be able to take a look. We have everybody that's in the block right now has had at least 1 trial already. And then the block tonight, same thing. It's going to be I think at this point, everybody has probably played 1 trial block. And is getting at least their 2nd in. I'm gonna just take a quick look at the 8 to 10 block. No. I'm saying that, but actually we have some folks that are getting their first block tonight in the 8 to 10. So we'll see Astro for the first time. We'll see McMahon for the first time, and I believe Nano will have their first block. No, Nano. Okay, no, just Astro and McMahon will have their first blocks on 8 to 10. So, no bans for Runasapi here, and yeah, we'll have those flex supports swapped over for these teams. So, Crazy One's gonna move over on to Beavertail, and then Gorilla over on to Team Poutine.
5,
I love this. Players are ready to go. They're locked in. It is going to be a diva matchup once again. Actually, a mirror comp coming out here for Runasapi. I don't think that this is any big surprise. Tracer Sojourn. It's going to be the first time we really get to see the Tracer matchup here. Alma opting to take this duel against Flame. Be very important to have a Tracer in your pocket if you are one of the flex DPS players, because most teams have only been signing 2 DPS. So you gotta have some flexibility. Alma gonna be the first one to fall. Foreshadow finishing off the Tracer there. We'll get back into the fight fairly quickly though. So right now, if you're Poutine, you really want to find another kill. Taking the diva out of mech, it's a really good start here. Yeah, actually gonna get Jackal cleaned up right away. So bot progress being gained here for the side of Poutine. Alex, though, sending Flame back to the spawn here. This is going to be an opportunity for Beavertail to shut down this push before it really begins too much. There's going to be a rotation towards this coast side. Gonna have some nice long sight lines to work with now if you're Alex. It's actually going to be, it's smart disengage coming through here for Poutine. They know that Flame will get back fairly quickly. Railgun. Doing a good chunk of damage, but Gorilla managing to stay alive through that. Elkura unfortunately cannot say the same. Domed by Alex, gets traded out. So it is even numbers here. Not having your Lucio is going to be very, very tough for Poutine. I expect maybe a commit in from the ult, but Flame taking down Crazy Ones could do the trick as well.
Let's move.
They are in control of the bot right now, but a max is quite low. You need to make sure you keep this diva in the mech. Alma, Pulse Bomb ready to go. Tracer's just really hard focusing on kind of keeping each other in check through a lot of these fights. Bot made its way back to the corner. Gorilla's going to commit in this Kitsune rush. And it's going to be a pretty quick disengage. Is Crazy One's going to get out? Yes, she gets the Suzu on herself just in time there. The follow-up by TP. Alma! Pulse Bomb does not. No! Pulse Bomb does connect! No! I think Elkura just stepped into it. That's so unfortunate here for the side of the team. Overclock committed in from Foreshadow. Gets out the beat from John No, which does connect onto 3.
They took the robot.
Max kind of caught out in no man's land here. 3 members of Beavertail looking at them. Gonna commit in the bomb, but great headshot again coming through from Alex. It's gonna make sure that that diva stays out of the fight here for Poutine. Jackal finding a couple as well, and yeah, this should be a fight win here for the side of Beavertail. Flame gonna just die on that bot. And all right, Beavertail back in control here. Have this overclock from Alex and the Kitsune rush here, so lots to work with for Beavertail to try and get a second fight win in a row here. Getting past this kind of long area of Runasapi, which means that now you're kind of in danger territory. You gotta be worried about the Sojourn from the other team. Potentially staging for a Kitsune rush right now, trying to make sure they can at least get around the corner, but you wait a little too long. Alma's gonna fall. Alex going to pull out the Ajax. Unfortunately for Elkura, Alex with a 4K here. Kitsune rush gonna help things out. The 360 railgun shot as a team kill here for Alex. And that will gain the lead here for the side of Beavertail and the checkpoint as well.
Steady. We're almost there.
All right, fantastic bounce back here for Beavertail. The Flame has the Pulse Bomb ready to work with. Who will be the target? I feel like you gotta kind of try and take Alex out of these fights early. You just get so much value on the Sojourn. Pressure onto John, no. Lucio, though, not entirely concerned about the Tracer. Oh, scrappy fight over on the sidelines here, and unfortunately for the side of Poutine, they just get split so quickly here, and then it's Alma just cleaning up those split members. Max. Oh, the bot actually got stolen away a little bit. Hey, forward spawn does end up falling here. It's going to be a bit of a stagger onto Max. Will find his way over to the bot, so forward spawn lost here for Beavertail, but all 5 of the members are alive, and they should be able to pick this forward spot back up. Flame and Max still coming back into the fight. Gorilla's building up to this Kitsune rush. Might be needed to try and find a fight win here. Try and build up some of these other ultimates.
Let the
Kitsune rush through the window. Foreshadow. Oh, nice shot! The Tracers get traded out here, courtesy of those soldiers, and it's disengaged momentarily here for Beavertail. John Doe's gonna pop that beat. Go in aggressive. They need to find the limb. Alvara's gonna be the one to fall here. Max trying to trade out that Lucio. Does have the beat to try and work with, but the focus fire's not quite there for Poutine. Max commits the bomb in, but does not get back in the mech. Alma with more cleanup here. This Tracer gonna have the pulse bomb ready. And actually, lots of ults here. Jekyll has not even had to use the bomb. Really just looking to use it for the remech, and I don't think that he's got demech, so hasn't really had to worry about that. Keeping that one in the back pocket.
This ends now.
Alex gonna start things off with the overclock. Pulse bomb from Flame not connecting. Alex a little bit caught on the corner here. Everybody from the side of Poutine just hiding from this overclock. Now it's gonna be a Kitsune rush out. Crazy ones. It's gonna be the overclock in response to that, though, so you're not really gonna be able to take any space with this Kitsune rush. John Doe down, and Crazy Ones is so low. She has to back up. She has to stay alive. Need a healing that her team needs. The cleanup kills are not quite there for Poutine. You'd love to get another stagger kill here, because right now, John Doe's gonna be back in the fight. That Lucio, yeah, moves so quickly here. So it's a 5v5 before you even get back around that corner. Nice angle being held here by John Doe and Alma. Yeah, this Tracer and the Lucio are pretty much just never kind of separated that far from each other, so it's never a 1v1 on the Tracer. You always got to be watching for that Lucio. Lots of ults here for Poutine to work with. A little hesitant, but they're going to go for the Kitsune rush first. Beat from John Doe onto all 5 there. It is going to be the beat layered from Alpura. Better be acquired. The bomb from Max doesn't find anything, but the aggression comes through off the back of both of those support ultimates. And there it will be. Fight win here. Forward spawns taken away as well. So John Doe and Jackal gonna have to get a few more extra steps in to get back into this fight. Jackal still has the bomb. Alma built up to this pulse bomb. Forward spawns picked up through Poutine here. It is going to be butt scratch though, so they aren't going to be able to continue moving this plot forward for a few moments here. Flame very low, gets a health pack though. Alma doesn't go for the recall, and is going to get punished for that. Foreshadow ends up falling as well. Looks even here. And although Poutine has the forward spawns, the spawn on the side of Beavertail is quite close as well. Both those DPS ults are ready, and it's going to be Alex with the overclock first. Big chunk of damage onto Max, looking to D-Mac the Diva. Is the follow-up there? Yes, it is. Great maneuver there from Jackal to kind of cut off the retreat from Max. Not done yet, as Beavertail, continuing to walk forward here. And Beavertail's doing a really good job of finding those kind of later kills in the fight. It feels like the stabilization that comes through for Poutine after they find that first pick is just taking a little bit too long, and then there's another kind of return trade coming through, and then it's Beavertail going first. So I like the stabilization of, you get the first pick, and then you want to wait to get your cooldown back so you can go in again, but the timing is not quite there, and this Beavertail team moves fast. Alright, gonna be a fight at the corner here. It is gonna be Poutine with that kind of high ground control, but as I see that, Foreshadow drops down. Pulse Bomb connects onto a John Doe though, so it is gonna be the Kitsune rush from Crazy Ones, and that might be enough to stabilize things here. Not quite though, as Flame's gonna find the Tracer matchup. Max is so low once again. Manages to stay in the mech for now. You can see that Beaver Tail are trying to disengage right now. They're trying to stabilize, give a little bit of space. Oh, I think the Suzu just connected. John No has the beat, goes in aggressive, Gorilla has TP'd in. Oh, great beat here from Alfura in response. Does connect onto all 5 here for the side of Poutine and the Kitsune Rush from Gorilla, but it's going to be just the disengage that comes through. Kitsune Rush creating space, but not finding the land. Foreshadow has the overclock. Doing good chunks of damage to find the final blows, but hey, Flame is on the case here. Overtime does mean that Poutine are going to have to stay on this bot. I don't think Jackal has used bomb all map. I don't know that we've seen Jackal use this one, so this could be massive for the very last fight. Have this Diva bomb ready to go. The overclock ready to go for Alex as well. Oh, Foreshadow already falling so low. Has to back up a little bit here. The bot is rapidly approaching. That edge, pulse bomb stick. Doesn't connect onto the Sojourn though. The overclock just has not been able to find anything. This defense matrix from Max has been substantial here, but nobody's been able to kill Alex either. There's the bomb in from Max, doesn't get the remake though, and now it's just Flame alive. Will end up falling. Overtime gone. There's the bomb. And that is going to be a fight win here for Beaver Tail. And a map win. Fantastic stuff here from Beaver Tail. Alex begging, don't skip the play of the game, but it's alright, we got that one. We'll get that clip for him. Alright, so that's gonna be Beaver Tail picking up another map win here. And there is going to be a map 3 on the board. Gonna go over to Hybrid here. And we're gonna get to see Blizzard World. Feel like I have seen a decent amount of Blizzard World. Alright. And there is just a slew of bands coming in. This is very I have not seen this many bands come through from Danny before, so alright, we'll see if we can remember all of these bands as we head into Blizzard World. Diva, Soj, Farah, Lucio, Kiriko. So, basically the exact comps that we just saw, save for the Tracer. So, alright, teams are gonna have to cook a little bit here. There is not going to be a change in the team comps, or team rosters. So it's still gonna be the same players from Runasapi on each side. And, they're gonna have to cook up a composition that, yeah, doesn't involve that Diva, no Sojourn, no Lucio Kiriko, I think is probably the most impactful one. No Soj, we'll probably see the Emre come out. Maybe the Cassidy. We have, I've been seeing a little bit of Cass, but I have to assume that Blizzard World has some really long sight lines to work with. They're probably gonna want to play the Emre here, so we'll head in, take a look at what these players are thinking of for now. Actually, wait, no, I'm saying that. I'm gonna give the teams a little bit of time to think about their comps that they're gonna play, and in the meantime, I'm gonna show you the awesome graphics that St. Clair cooked up. So, in addition to all of the players that are trialing, we also have assistant coaches that are trialing. So there are an incredible 13 assistant coaches that are going to be that have been trying out to join Team Canada here. So for this 6 to 8 block, we have Tydola, Slippery, Jubs, Zay, Lazarus, Mugo's Quack, Raylini, yeah, and that's it. So we have just as many coaches as we do kind of one side of the lobby here. Super exciting to get to see. I know that a good chunk of these coaches, if not all of them, are also Canadian, so that's awesome to see. You don't have to be from the country to coach the team, so it's awesome to see also the interest from other nations to participate in Team Canada here. So, all right, we'll check out the list of players next little break here. But let's get started on Blizzard World. It is going to be the Winston mirror here and Ray mirror as well. A little bit of a difference in that flex DPS. Alma over on the Echo, Flame back over on the Tracer. And Honor from both teams as well, and there's the anti onto Jackal. No, doesn't quite make it over the roof. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And unless you're Poutine, you are so happy to have that happen. You're gonna take some space now. Max has to get healed up. Alfredo's over on Anna. So many sticky nades just connected onto Max. He manages to stay alive. 2 ticks on the board here. Is there going to be a recontest coming through? Well, there will be Poutine actually stepping off the void momentarily. Jackal engaging in, trying to find Alcura on this Ana, or at the very least, just break some sight lines here. There's going to be the damage in. Max takes down Alma, though. The Echo got split from the tank here for the side of Beavertail. An opportunity now for an engagement. Oh, crazy ones. Oh, she connects the nade, but she's not going to be able to win out the 1v1. Alex is very, very low as well. It is looking a little rough for the defense now, and with just one more tick needed, Gorilla will shut down Jackal. That will be the point. Capped up here. 5+ minutes to work with if you are Poutine. Now it looks like it will be Beavertail get themselves set up on the high ground here at least, so you're not going to be able to take this for free if you're Poutine, especially considering some pretty big ults coming online for both of these teams. The Tidal Blast from John No, probably going to go over on to Jackal. Oh, the wave not quite in time to keep the Echo alive. John No has that cooldown forced out as well, and now Nano over on Alcura, so it's going to be an aggressive dive in. Max finds one. The Tidal Blast from John No was used actually as a fuel tool for themselves. He will end up falling here, and a lot of back and forth happening, but it looks like it should be the attacking team coming out on top. There is going to be the Primal committed in. Max going to clean up and take the high ground once again. Max, in his own words, was not want to be classified as a Winston one trick, but man, he's got a pretty good Winston. Duplicate ready to go here for Alma. Of course, crucially, I have to copy her own teammates now. Let's see what the option for Alma is. My protocol getting forced out by the auto. It's going to be Alma that does end up with the final blow there, but a lot of damage done from Crazy Ones. Duplicate over onto Tracer now. Gonna build up that pulse bomb very quickly. Okay, Flame has the moves though, and somehow manages to slip out of sight of Alma there. Just for a moment, the pulse bomb ready to go, looking for it. Ooh, doesn't quite find it. Very close to the stick, but won't quite be death there. You get set up on the high ground here for Beavertail. Jackal has the Primal ready to work with. Gorilla has this Captive Sun as well. Oh, and Jackal does not want to give any space for that Captive Sun to come out. It is going to be shot. Connects onto Crazy Ones here. Great follow-up from Max as well. Gorilla will be able to trigger that explosion, but yeah, good timing on the engagement there. However, unfortunately for Poutine, they do lose both their supports there, so it's going to be very hard to stay alive in this point. Pulse Bomb sticks on to John now, but Jackal still has this Primal contesting the point. Backup is going to arrive shortly here for Poutine, and Max is just trying to stay alive until that happens. The pylon at least did get there, but oh, unfortunately for Foreshadow, gets split there. Yeah, you try to go in for the peel if you're Max, but there's little you can do against that Tesla cannon. And now, yeah, you gotta just wait if you're Poutine. Can't push in too hard. Have the Nano to work with, so you're probably gonna see the Nano onto Max, and then as a follow-up with the Primal. Alright, Nano on to Max. On to Alex. The support's doing a great job. The double pocket on to Alex, and then he's gonna follow up with this override protocol. Nano in from John No, and the Nano on the Jackal. So all of the ults expended here for Beavertail. They really do need to win this fight. Jackal taking a little bit of a nap. Find Gorilla and Max here, so that should be the fight win. Alcura is caught out a little late. The rest of Poutine are going to regroup. Try another time. They had 5 minutes coming into this second point, but they are running out of time here. Gonna build up to the DPS ults, and Gorilla will have that captive son as well. With the tracers. Hiding on the same corner. There will be a dive into the high ground. Everybody on the side of Beavertail so low. And Alex is gonna get caught out. Wow. Threading the needle with that one is Foreshadow. Picks up crazy ones as well. Good patience on these build-ups. Not going for the spam, going for deliberate kills here. And follow-up is there from Max as well. So that will be second point capped up here. Great engagement coming through from Poutine, but that was a pretty stellar defense for the side of Beavertail. Again, man, there was 5 minutes on that second point. Now we move into the third point here, where we'll see a bit of a swap. Foreshadow over onto the Cassidy here. Not gonna have as many long sight lines for that Emray to work with, and you're gonna be able to play a lot more counter dive with this cast now. It's gonna help with the Winston and with that Tracer. Lane very low, will get healed up. Has a pulse bomb ready to go. Potential stick onto Jackal. Maybe try and force this Primal Rage. Pulse bomb sticks. Primal Rage forced. But, ooh, and the Sleep Dart actually connects onto Jackal as well. However, the space was made with that Primal Rage, and Alex is going to use that space very efficiently. Fight win here on the defense. And crucially, just that Primal Rage invested here, so both those DPS ultimates are online. You have the Nano to work with as well, even the Rally. So right now, if you're Poutine, you gotta be thinking about the next fight, because I don't think that you're gonna win this fight. That being said, both support ults ready to go. They could surprise me here. It is gonna be an angle. Now connects onto Crazy Ones. Quite the target. She does end up falling here. The Nano gets out onto Jackal before she dies, however. So the Nano onto both these Winstons. Max will be able to build up to that Primal Rage. Jackal aware that Max is back here, wants to go for the peel, but yeah, the Primal Rage coming through. John knows so low. Nice Sleep Dart from Crazy Ones. And yeah, that is a lot of focus fire onto Max right now. Ooh, Pulse Bomb just missing that Winston, but Jackal does have the cleanup that is needed. 10 seconds here. And you gotta deal with an override protocol, so you can't even disengage. And even though you try, Alex is there, ready to find the limbs. Oh, straight on the flame as well. Fantastic stuff from the Emray. It is going to be Max over on the Doomfist now. One last contest, but that will be as far as this payload goes. A stronghold here on the third point of this world for Beavertail.
Complete.
Alright, little swap of the sides here, making sure that we're gonna get through the full map. We'll swap the sides as well, so get that overlay updated. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Beavertail gonna be on the attack here. What will we see from the defense of Poutine? I'll just remind everyone as well, if you're just tuning in, we had a slew of bans here. So if you're wondering where Diva went, banned out. We had Diva, Soj, Farah, Lucio, Kiriko banned out by Danny, head coach. So the teams are having to show what flexibility they have. I love Crazy Ones. Forever dreaming that she's gonna get to play the Life Weaver at some point. She told me this is her favorite hero. And yeah, she never gets to play him. Except for in spawn, so we gotta show that on the stream. Ooh, I like this defense. The Zenyatta from Gorilla? This could be very, very deadly. We'll have to see though, of course, notoriously flimsy. But you know what? If you can find the limbs. Jester, am I all alone? It's okay, Jester, I'm here with you. Alex on the Widow, probably just going for the initial pick. Sometimes we'll see the Sim TP up for the Widow.
I'm ready.
Or the Jetpack Hat even, that can be kind of fun as well. Alright, Force Ready's come through. Let's see. If Poutine can get to about halfway through third point, we're gonna give them the... Oh, sorry, not Poutine. Beavertail. If Beavertail can get halfway through third point, we'll give them the map win here. Oh, I didn't update East Bronze, did I? Or the Runasapi. Alright, one more for Beavertail, right? Alright, high ground already acquired by the side of Beavertail, so they didn't have to put up too much of a fight for that. I think that makes sense where you do have the Zen Ana if you want to play on the background a bit. Dive in here from Jackal. Yeah, there's the Discord, there's the damage. And there's the Winston back to the spot. Shots connected on the Jono as well, and yeah, fantastic follow-up. Really impressed by Max and Flame kind of following up on the damage that comes through from Foreshadow. And from Gorilla in this case.
Jog on, mate.
Yohyun, good showing so far. Strong Emre for sure. And he'll get himself set up on this high ground once again. So I like this from Poutine. You set yourself on the high ground. It's an immediate disengage to that back high ground. Once the dive comes through, you have this double. Oh, okay, not fast enough though. Max ends up falling here, and yeah, you are gonna have to give so much space now. If you are Poutine. Streets along for Elmat and Max. Hey, the CCL matchup would go pretty hard right now. Alma from Calgary, of course. Max from Trent. Nano nearly ready to go here for Alpura. 2 ticks have gone through from the side of Beavertail. Oh, yes! It's the nade coming through from Alex. The Nano's not available for the side of Team. Foreshadow's gonna try to clean things up with Override Protocol, and he gets it done. Team kill coming through here. And yeah, despite losing Ana early there, really good stuff from Poutine on this defense. They are looking very strong on this double flick support backline. Loving the follow-up on those Discords. But both these DPS ults are ready to go, and there's a Captive Sun for the attacking team. So lots to work with. This Transcendence from Gorilla is going to have to really clutch up, and you got to be tough, or got to be careful, because of course that anti-nade from Crazy Ones could just shut down everything. High ground acquired for the attacking team. They're going to use the Captive Sun onto the high ground as well. Alpura, target out once again. Great! Oh, Transcendence there from Gorilla will keep the Ana alive. That means that the Nano goes out onto Max. Takes down Crazy Ones. So much healing now gone for the side of Beavertail, but they do have this Override Protocol to work with, and they have Alba on the Tracer. The DPS for the side of Beavertail bashing their way onto this point. Only 1 tick is needed, but you gotta deal with Max. The Primal Rage going on the point. Excellent Siphon Pistol there from Alex. You'll get so much healing off the back of that Winston. Somehow Max still alive. Alma surely going to look for the follow-up. No, it's going to release somehow that Winston to live. Trying to deal with Flame. Hits it with the Discord. Wow, a sliver of HP living through that somehow. Foreshadow is back, and he's on the Reaper. Alpura over on the Juno as well. Oh, great stuff here from Alba. Is going to find out Yohyun Foreshadow. Surely this time it should be Beavertail finding that last check or tick, and overtime team kill. They will start moving this payload forward, but that was a mighty defense here on first point for Poutine. Unfortunately for them, they don't get control of this high ground on the defense, which I think doubly hurts when you have this double flick support backline. Pulse Bomb ready to go for Flame. John knows off of the EREL, so notably over on the ring now. Little army orb here. Both these Tracers have a Pulse Bomb. Surely they don't want to Pulse Bomb each other. They might be thinking about it. Hopefully not quite connecting on to John. No, that's okay. Primary fire is going to come through just fine. A kick from Gorilla on into Alma. Tracer down for the attacking team, but otherwise still healthy, still ready to go. Pulse Bomb. Oh, it actually does connect on to Alex there. high ground, trying to force out Max. Oh, fantastic healing nade from Alpura, and the sleep dart to follow up. Somehow Max stays alive through all of that. Honestly, incredible stuff here. It's going to be the override protocol online. Alex is a little bit out of the fight right now, though. Might be able to punish Max, though, who dove in, got slept, and is currently out of the line of sight of his supports. Will be able to get back safely. Yeah, Transcendence out for Gorilla. Will keep Alpura alive. 23 HP for Alex, trying to stay alive. Nice pack coming through John No. Alma finds the flame on that Tracer as well, so this is going to open up the back line a little bit here. You don't got to be worried about that Zenyatta, of course, and you don't have your supports with you in any way, shape, or form. A little headshot there from Force Shadow. Going to take down that Tracer. Max commits in the Primal Rage as well. Now Jackal ready to come back in with Primal Rage of his own. Space being made here. It's going to be the override protocol to try and maintain some of this space. It's a fight in a very awkward place inside here. You throw an 8 in, that's going to do damage here. Oh, Flame is actually going to get the nano. There's so many shields to try and work through. Pulse Bomb here, hold that. That does some damage, but it's not going to find it a limb. Payload! Oh, the payload! I wasn't even watching for that one. Oh, the payload gets slid into that second checkpoint, and Beaver Tail managing to stay alive here in Blizzard World. They are fighting tooth and nail for every one of these points. Jekyll dives in deep, does get Alpura for his troubles, and manages to stay alive through that as well. Alma has the pulse bomb, connects on, and it's going to be Gorilla falling. Yeah, won't commit the Transcendence in for that one. 60 seconds left on the board, and right now, Poutine are just getting staggered. Yeah, you gotta just wait in the spawn. They know that Max is here. Nano probably gonna go over on to Jackal here. Alex has the override protocol to work with as well, so this next fight is gonna be really tough for Poutine. Swap over onto the Cassidy here. There's the Nano in. Sleep Guard has been extended. Yeah, you gotta use the Transcendence here. Good stuff. But now you gotta take down the monkey. You cannot allow the Switch to just hang out in the backline. Rally comes out. John No is the tank that this team needs. Jackal up falling just before that Primal Rage was online. Max out of the fight as well, though, and that will be the payload well past the middle point of third. So that will be the map win here for Beaver Tail. Will they be able to beat Blizzard World? That is the question. Primal Rage out from Jackal to work with. Alma will find a pick as well. Pulse Bomb on the floor. And the payload in the checkpoint. That will be a completion on Blizzard World as we'll see Beaver Tail pick up their third map here in the trial block. We'll give them 3 points on Blizz World, 2 points for Poutine. Definitely felt a lot closer there. But in those kind of scrappy overtime fights, Beaver Tail was kind of like staying connected to what was kind of happening, not getting focused away by the 1v1s that were happening. Always able to kind of lock back in on what was the team doing, what did the team need. So good stuff from them. We'll say really, really loved the engages that came through from Team Poutine, though. I think Max and Flame were working really, really well together, and Gorilla on the Zenyatta was also fantastic. Love to see some discords coming through. Alright, we're gonna show the player graphic now. So again, this is up on the Team Canada Overwatch World Cup Twitter account. This is all of the players that are trialing for Team Canada. So we have 43 players that are trialing to get a spot on the team. We can only sign 7 people to the roster. So it's gonna be a tough one. It's nice to see some returning faces to the World Cup trials as well. Astro, the tank from 2023, is going to be in for the next block. False played yesterday, I believe. Noxious, Cal, also returning members, and Magic, Mateball as well. So awesome to see the players from 2023 looking to find a spot on the roster as well. And I believe we'll get to see Magic in the next one as well. yeah, Magic and Astra will both be in for that 8 to 10. So, all right, map number 4. You might have heard it in the background there. It is going to be Flashpoint. We are gonna head over to New Junk City, and I assumed the players were gonna add time here, but they aren't, so we're gonna head right in here. Bands coming through. Mauga, Kiri, and Tracer band out here. Alright, we're gonna get Zarya's for both teams playing over on the Vendetta here. So we haven't got to see a whole lot of the Vendetta since those nerfs came through on Tuesday. Almost gonna opt for the Reaper here. Bring Juno backline for both, as is to be expected, I think, when the Kuriko gets banned out. A lot of space being gained for Beaver Tail here. And that's the thing with this Reaper is you're going to be able to have a whole lot more of that consistent damage coming through. You don't have as hard of a first hit compared to that Vendetta comp, but if you don't find the opening pick with this Vendetta, you are not going to have as much value in the mid-fight compared to this Reaper. Point, that being said, the point did go over to Poutine to start at least. Foreshadow falls to Alex, however, and Alma's going to pick up one as well. Both DPS finding a pick each. Crazy Ones making her debut in the kill feed for this map as well, and going to count up the point too, so that will be 41% here for Poutine to work with. And now Beaver Tail are set up very far forward here. Alex has the overclock to work with. I wonder if we're playing so far up so that this overclock can come out early here.
This ends now.
Oh, there's the overclock. Flame on the Reaper now, trying to deny some of the space from this Sojourn, but is going to eat a railgun shot right to the head. Max ends up falling as well, so good fight win in there for Beaver Tail, and they'll pick up the lead on New Junk City as well. Jackal has the grab ready to go, is lurking in a corner. Alright, not gonna hide for too long here, but does have a very nice angle. Grab in, connects onto 3. Gorilla trying to keep the team alive, but yeah, there's just too much damage for him to heal up. That's gonna be another fight win here. A team kill nonetheless for Beaver Tail, and they'll be able to pick up the first point here on New Junk City. Very economical for them. Still have both those support alts and the Blossom. And of course, because Flame swapped over onto the Reaper, it is going to be a little while before that Blossom comes online for the side of Poutine. We're going to have everything else to work with as we head over to Refinery. Oh, actually, we're going to see Poutine get set up first here. Max needs to build up to this grab. That's going to be a really, really good ultimate to try and stabilize here. The TP in from Alma will get the bubble to work with, and just forcing out Foreshadow here. Nobody has turned to help Foreshadow, but you know what? He's just going to help himself. Takes out Alma there, and ends up on a very nice angle as well. That will be the first percentage here on Refinery, going over to Poutine, and yeah, just had to use that orbital ray from Gorilla, so excellent value here. Orbit and the Blossom now. Yeah, John No did commit the rally into that to try and live through that orbit, but was not enough. Could be rotation through main here for Beaver Tail. Grab! Solo grab onto Jackal. Were they able to keep him alive? No, yeah, there's just far too much damage to be done from Poutine for that. They do find the trade, though. This could be big for them to come back in. Even if you don't have your tank, and you have an ult to maybe go for a commit here, you might be able to get it done, but Jackal has made his way back fairly quickly here on that Zarya, so it's going to be a re-engage coming through. Alma had that TP go a little short of the point here. The orbit out from Crazy Ones, and that allows the Beaver Tail to actually flip this point over. Foreshadow used the overclock kind of on the side here, but wasn't able to stay in main. There's the Blossom in, gets stunned up. Alma's still alive though. Alma manages to race the orb out of that. Alex has the overclock. Jackal does end up taking down Max, so without the Zarya in the fight here, that should be the flip going over to Beaver Tail. Great angle here from Alex. Now, Foreshadow does take one out as well. Here's the Blossom in. They're gonna just do a whole lot of damage on a Crazy One. Will end up taking her down. Not done yet. Wants to take down Jackal. Don't have the Juno to worry about, but you do have to worry about this Brigida. And, of course, a very charged Zarya. Does end up falling, though, so it is death by mostly the field there from Alex. And, yeah, it has to be the disengage coming through for Poutine.
Railgun charge.
Oh, Railgun. Not quite connecting this time. Jackal is going to have this grab. Ooh, a little bit far back, though.
My ultimate is almost
Might have to be the rally from John No to stabilize if there is a hard push coming through here for the Poutine team. They're going to make the rotation towards Dark. Rally, ready to go. Rally committed into a grab. It's a 3K out, and yeah, that's a pretty clean fight win here for this side of Beavertail. Not much you can do about that. Team kill comes through. They'll pick up their second point on New Junk City. Looks like we're heading over to Ducks. And map point here for Beavertail. We will, of course, go to all 5 points on New Junk City, even if they do cap up Ducks. Max already very low. Bubble's forced out as well. Gorilla has to use that orbit to try and keep the tank alive. It's a disengage that comes through from Beavertail. Don't really want to fight in that orbit when you don't have one of your own to work with. Max is so far in, unfortunately. Gonna get punished for that right away. Overclock out here for Alex. Quite connecting. Oh, okay. Connecting, not quite killing, but it is enough damage to at least force out Poutine at the point flip. The point percentage will start to build here for the side of Beavertail. We need to see a little more patience from this Poutine team. They really want to find some of these like follow-up kills. They want to chase things down, but a hard time not getting punished for it. Nice grab in, connects onto 3. The orbit actually can committed there from Crazy One. Oh, and the Blossom committed as well. I believe the Silver Blossom onto the break. Is going to help Alex take down Foreshadow, but yeah, 1 Reaper against 3, probably not going to be able to stop this flip from coming through. Yeah, that will be 52% here for Beavertail to work with. And pretty good fight there for Poutine to hold on to both these DPS ultimates. Alvaro has the rally as well, and Beavertail have nothing to work with. They gotta try and get some of these ults out from Poutine and then just try to go next. Or disengage and then push back in. Oh, there's the Blossom in! Great bubble there from Jackal to keep the Brig alive, but yeah, it's gonna end up losing Alma through that. Alvaro gets taken out by Alex on an angle. No, yeah, the smoke trick for the side of Beavertail. You have to keep your head on a swivel for this guy. Overclock's ready to go for Foreshadow though, and yeah, you're gonna see the commit in from Beavertail. Right now, the rest of Poutine really need to punish whoever's on the point here. Jackal, it's a grab onto 3, and the damage is there. It's a late orbit from Gorilla. It's not going to be enough to keep the team alive. The rally actually committed from Alpura there as well. So, John No with the 3K through all of that. It's a team kill here, and Beavertail get themselves set up for the defense. Nice angles being controlled. A very aggressive overclock. Okay, is going to find Alvaro right off the bat, and great engagement from the rest of the team, taking so much space here. Really looking to clean up these kills. Do not want to let anyone get away from this. Great stuff here from Beavertail. Alex feeling himself. That is going to be, Beavertail picking up New Junk City, so we'll just give them the point right now. Here we go. All right, we're on the other side of the map, finally here. Bomb Flats, I believe, is the next one, or maybe, Junkyard. Oh no, Alex already starting off with an limb here. Flashpoint's gonna open shortly. And it's gonna be a fight kind of out towards the spawn side here. The point has opened, but right now, if you're Beavertail, you're really just looking to win this fight and somebody else to go cap the point. It might be, okay, Alex will cap up the point. Everybody else is trying to hold forward here. They almost have this Orbit and Blossom ready to go, so I think they'd like to fight kind of in this kind We see the fight win here, and fancy footwork coming in from Alex. Great support there from a Crazy Ones, but is going to end up falling here. Now, though, I mean, the spawn advantage is ever so slightly in favor of Beaver Tail, so they'll get back into this fairly quickly. Max is going to make the swap over onto the Ram here. Both those bubbles were being forced out a little bit too much. No, Beaver Tail, though, they've got all the ults they could possibly want to work with here. Foreshadow forced off the angle already. Potentially just looking to force out a Nemesis Storm. No, goes for the grab right away. Great Blossom from Alma. The follow-up is there. The orbit is committed in from Gorilla, but it's just a little too early, I think. The team didn't push fast enough with it. And maybe they didn't spot out Jekyll on this angle. Alright. 3 ults still for Beaver Tail to work with. Both these support ults as well. And of course the overclock. We cannot forget about the overclock. Gonna be the rally in. Ooh, nice hyper ring as well. Alex gonna use this overclock. Finds Alpura. Crazy Ones does end up falling, so you won't be able to use the orbit, but maybe that's for the best. It'll just be the cleanup now for Beaver Tail. A team kill. And yeah, they know where they're going next. They're gonna rotate towards bomb plants here. Get themselves set up on the point first.
Next flashpoint. Bomb flats.
Crazy Ones is still walking back from spawn, but yeah, you're still regrouping if you're Poutine, so you can't really capitalize on that too much. You have the overclock to work with. You gotta find some space now. You gotta get a Foreshadow over on an angle, preferably probably the coast side angle, so you're not up close and personal with this Reaper. Orbit in from Crazy Ones, and the Poutine team just gets way too split there. The core gets run on. You lose Flame, so yeah, you're probably not going to be able to stay in this fight for much longer. Cap comes through from the side of Beaver Tail. Start building their percentage up here. No ults to work with, though, so this is a big opportunity for Poutine to try and push in. They just need to finish these kills quickly. It's going to be the rally from Alpura first. Forces out the raid form. Nice bubble, somehow keeping Alma alive through all of that. Now it's going to be the overclock, trying to follow up, find the damage. Alma will fall, all those cooldowns forced out of the Reaper. Big chunk of damage onto Crazy Ones as well. Nobody else actually falling from the side of Beaver Tail, and this is what they've been so good about, is they go for the disengage almost immediately as soon as losing somebody, and they don't allow those stagger kills to come through. Now though, lots of ults still available here. The Blossom could be deadly, but you gotta force so many cooldowns out before you can get the value from this Blossom. Alma, no cooldowns to work with. There's the TP in. Thinking about it, but we'll just use the extra damage from the orbit of Gorilla to work with. Alma is still just constantly on this angle. The TP in. Connects on to 2. Doesn't even need the Blossom. Lane is gonna go for the Blossom, however. Takes down Alex. Even numbers here on the point. There's no supports for the side of Poutine, however. Need to chase down Crazy Ones. She's just got the moves. Not going to be enough to get away from that Reaper, though. Flame versus Jackal. The Zarya is so low. Great TP in, and Flame's actually not going to chase that down. Reinforcements have arrived, however. Beaver Tail pushing in aggressive. They have the overclock. There's the headshot onto Flame. Foreshadow falls as well, and 99% on the board here for the team, but well, still both these support alts. You got a Blossom from Alma ready to go, and not a whole lot of time. GP in, Blossom out. John Doe's gonna take most of the kills to support for the side of Beaver Tail, cleaning up house. Now they're looking to just stuff the spawn here. Yeah, I don't think there will be a touch that comes through. The Doom swap for Max. An attempt, but not enough. Yeah, 5 points here on the board for Beaver Tail. That's tough. I mean, hey, that last one definitely looked the best for Poutine. the last point on New Junk City, but wasn't quite enough. Just a really solid kind of macros from the side of Beavertail, and definitely clear to me whoever is doing the IGL, probably Jackal, you know, usually the tank, but it could be Alex as well. Either way, the IGL coming through for Beavertail is very, very focused. Everybody is locked in and hearing the fight plan and adhering to the fight plan as well. So awesome to get to see. Looks like there is going to be about a 5-minute break here. There's going to be a bunch of swaps. And then we're going to do the team bans now so that players will actually get to pick what heroes are banned out. So looks like we will have to do an escort next. Danny hasn't said what it is just yet, but it will be an escort and then followed by control for map number 6. So just doing a little bit of a break here for the players. So in the meantime, just checking things out, see if we have any fun graphics or anything to show you guys. Well, you know what? I'm gonna cycle through my good old graphics. Might as well remind everybody, just in case you're tuning in. Sorry if you have been tuned in and you already know, but 13 assistant coaches here. So we actually had Lemon join us here as well. So it looks like we have Lemon, Tydola, Slippery Zay, Lazarus, Mugos Quack, and Raylini trialing for assistant coach spot on Team Canada. I don't think that there is like a limit to the number of assistant coaches that you can sign, but I'm probably expecting like 2 or 3, maybe 4. Actually, wait, let me pull up the Team Canada from last Overwatch World Cup and see who were the staff for this. Oh, it's actually not noting who the... Oh yeah, okay. There were two assistant coaches in 2023. So, the last Overwatch World Cup we had SNR and Tickety. So yeah, but the year before that we had assistant coaches, we had analysts. There was a whole bunch going on. So not really a limit, but there certainly won't be 13 assistant coaches on Team Canada. And then, of course, we have all of the players. So we have, 43 players that are trialing. There is a limit. You can only sign 7 players. And the vast majority of teams that I have seen that have already finalized their roster, so most of these are teams that are going through the Conference Cups, although UK has also finalized their roster, and I think some of the other Asia teams have finalized as well. I think Korea's finished with trials. Heck, US might even be finished trials by now. I'm not totally sure. But most teams have been signing 2 DPS, 2 tanks, and 3 supports. Not a requirement. Well, you have to have two DPS. You have to have at least 2 DPS, a tank, and 2 supports. That is the requirement. And then the other 2, you can kind of select as needed. So that's also going to play a factor, of course, in these hero bans that come through from Danny. Danny is, of course, the head coach for Team Canada, if you guys aren't familiar. And then our head manager is Chibi. So these are both returning from actually multiple years, I'm pretty sure. 2023, it was Chibi and Danny. No, just, 20, okay, from last year. Yeah, so I'm super excited to have them back. Did a fantastic job last year, so... they have a tough decision to make. To select 7 players from 43 is no short feat. And, of course, all the assistant coaches as well. So there's lots of information to kind of take in here. So I'm glad that they are the ones that are doing it. And I trust them entirely. Escort map up next. And we do have the map that we're going to go to. So we're going to throw in the fun little map graphic here. So far, Beavertail has been... sweeping. Again, we did have some swaps come through. So on Blizzard World and New Junk City, we had Gorilla and Crazy One swap. So it was a swap of the flex supports from those first 2 maps. But heading into Rialto now, it's going to be quite a bit more swaps here. So we're going to have... Oh, no, I say that. It's not quite a bit more swaps. It's the main supports swaps. So John No will be over on Poutine now. So it's gonna be the same back line as the first two maps, Gorilla and John No. And then over on Beaver Tail, we'll have Crazy Ones and Alcura. Looks like we're still waiting to get some bans that come through as well. So again, now the teams are gonna get to ban. So on Rialto, we have seen decent amount of Diva, little bit of Ramatra, and I'm pretty sure we even saw some Marisa yesterday. So we'll see what these two teams end up with. Definitely seems like Jackal more opting for those kind of off tanks, so either Zarya or a Diva here, and then Max more towards the main tanks, quote unquote. Of course, they're all just tanks now in Overwatch. I can't even say 2 because it's not Overwatch 2 anymore. In this Overwatch, so I'm expecting probably Diva mirror, unless maybe Poutine go for a Diva ban. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which team's gonna ban out first. I feel like you probably give it to Poutine to ban first because they are struggling a little bit. I guess is how I'll put it. So we'll see. Thanks again, everybody, for your patience. We're just waiting. There's somebody that has left the lobby. We're missing one of the players on Beaver Tail. I'm not sure who it was. But we're waiting for them to get back in, and then we'll figure out the bans and get ready to go. In the meantime, I'll yap a little bit about our 8 to 10 block, which will be happening in 40 minutes. So we'll have 2 more maps, and then it'll be like a quick break to get the second block in lobby. Yeah, for the second block, we're gonna have McMahon making their first scrim block, Astro with his first scrim block, and then everybody else is at least like second, or I think even third. I think Magic Harp's third scrim block maybe. Trying to see here if anybody is sticking around from this scrim block to go into the next. Looks like Flame will be here for the 8 to 10. The flex DPS that's on Poutine right now. And oh, and I guess that's about it. I'm gonna double check though, because I did see a couple of adjustments I think being made in like the actual schedule block. Yeah, there's actually changes happening right now. Danny is making some adjustments, so I know that my oh no, that's for tomorrow. Never mind, we're good. The roster graphics should be fine. Yeah, we'll have Azure back on the tank role. I think it's going to be really interesting to see Astro, where they did previously play for Team Canada. And currently a Overwatch Championship Series player as well. Astro plays for Extinction, I believe. So that'll be exciting to see. Actually, we have 2 Extinction players, because Gorilla also plays for Extinction. Gorilla, the flex support on Poutine right now. So awesome to see some Canadian talent in OWCS, and then looking to try out here as well. Still waiting. You guys still get to just listen to me yap. I'm gonna bring up my player fact sheets. So I can talk at least a little bit about the players that are actually in this trial block. Yeah, Alex, coming from St. Clair. So obviously we have a decent amount of St. Clair players. I think that's probably no surprise to anybody that follows collegiate in any capacity. St. Clair, pretty well known for their very strong esports teams. Alex does also play for Ex Oblivione in the Masters division of Face It. Looks like I don't have notes about anybody else in Masters for this division, or for this block, but I do know we have open, expert, and advanced players. So Hypothesis, Max, the tank for Poutine, was previously undefeated in Open Division. I believe that Bidoof Barons have now dropped a match, maybe. I think they did drop one earlier this week. And then Alcura, they play for Lake Academy in Advanced Division. And then Jackal playing for Hypnos NA in Expert. So actually kind of cool that we have... He wasn't there for our loss. Oh, okay. We can't... So Hypothesis himself doesn't actually have a loss. It's just the Bidoof Barons. That's kind of funny, actually. Yeah, in this block alone... for the trials, we have at least one player from every division of Face It. Open, Advanced, Expert, Masters, and then OWCS. So that's super cool to see. Lots of collegiate talent as well. I did already mention Alex on St. Clair College. A couple of Canadian Collegiate League players as well. So I know Almitiana from the University of Calgary played in the Canadian Collegiate League. We had Hypothesis playing Trent Excalibur in Canadian Collegiate, and then the Crazy Ones played for Ontario Tech. And also a little note, I'm pretty sure that Crazy Ones is the only girl that's trialing out 43 players, so awesome to get to see her showing up here. Chef Giuseppe, thank you for the Prime sub. Not true? Big Mac? Oh, there is another. Wait, enlighten me. Wait, which one is it? Who else? Who else is here? Who am I missing? Haha, yeah. I need the receipts, Big Mac. I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't reached out to every single player just yet. But there is a possibility. Okay. Well, hey, that's cool. Look, maybe if we can get 2 out of 43, I'll take that. I will take what I could get. Okay. We are going to have some bans coming in here, so it's going to be Poutine that, yeah, I get to go for the ban first. And Poutine are going to ban out Kiriko here on Rialto. And it's really funny because Gorilla's the one that said that, and he's been the one that's been kind of kicking butt on Kiriko, so that's a target ban. Crazy Ones. Maybe she's going to be forced onto the Life Weaver at some point. Alright, so this means that Beavertail are not going to be able to play, or ban out a support. Fun fact is that Max plays main support? Oh, I didn't know that. I actually did not know that. Max plays main support in Face It. So Max is just the GOAT on tank and main support. That's pretty cool. You'll love to see some flexibility. Let her cook on Lifeweaver. We got to see her select Lifeweaver very briefly on Blizzard World. She did not leave the spawn, but we caught it. There's receipts. So we're looking at a ban onto a tank or a DPS now for Beavertail. The Barons have 4 tank players. Holy, that's the key to winning Open Division. Just stack your team with tank players. Thank you to everybody for all of the follows and everything. Super appreciate it. I'm gonna be here for the next block for the 8 to 10, and then I'm gonna be here for the weekend as well. So tomorrow I'll be doing 6 to 8, 8 to 10. Sunday will be an official broadcast from St. Clair, so that'll be like a full prod team. I will be there for the 6 to 8 block. I will be casting with Ravishing Ravish, so looking forward to working with him. And then the 8 to 10 block, I believe it'll be Marks and Evan. I think the second one not confirmed. I know Marks will be here.
Welcome to Rialto. Ready for battle.
Oh, foreshadows from Royal Military College. Oh, that's sick. I did not know that. Alright, that's so cool. Yeah, lots of Canadian collegiate talent. That's really good to see. Yeah, I did know Alma was from the Calgary Black team, right? The varsity team. He's in CCL when he feels like it? Yeah. The vibe's gotta be right. Alright, what's the band that came through? Diva Kiri. Alright. So, we're ready to head into Rialto here. Let's check things out. What are these teams gonna play without the Diva? Max, no surprise.
Hello.
Gonna play the Winston. Jackal, though, looking to show some hazard. We did get to see this from him, in the last block that he played. Alex. Oh no, Alex shut down. I don't think that Alex was expecting that there was going to be a Foreshadow Widow on the defense here. I don't know that I was expecting that. It is going to be the Wuyong Ana backline as well. So lots of damage potential here for the defense of Poutine. Alcura's over on the Yari though, so hey. Both these backlines are looking to do some damage here despite that Kiriko being banned out. Halo just creeping forward here until Jackal can get close enough to go for a dive engage. You are going to have to put pressure onto this high ground at some point. Alright, Spike Wall denying the push through main, and that's going to be the rotation up to the high ground. And this is important, even if Jackal's not on the high ground, it's important to get Crazy One set up here. And over a great sleep start. Oh, has to be so careful. Alex is looking for, Foreshadow's looking for those shots. Headshot connects. Not quite charged up though, so Foreshadow will live through that. It's even numbers here as Alma on the Echo ends up falling. Careful in. Not gonna find anything just yet. Looking for the timed engages into the high ground. Sticky nades going far. Alma somehow has 6 HP there, and now Foreshadow already all the damage coming through. Gonna have the sights ready to go. Very bravely, Alcura's gonna poke their head out. Onto the high ground as well. They don't end up falling. The fight is happening well away from the sights of this Widowmaker. It's a good rotation that comes through for Beavertail, trying to avoid giving damage onto Foreshadow for free. Idle Blast onto the Tracer, looking to connect onto these supports. Will do exactly that. Flame with the help of John No, gonna take down the entire back line of Beavertail here. So that is definitely gonna shut down this attack a little bit. But that being said, I mean, they are very, very far into this point. They are not moving the payload, crucially. Alex gets taken down as well, so... Oh, Max on a little bit of an adventure there in the attacker's spawn. Gets the Tidal Blast. Great outburst there from Alcura. Gonna keep them a nice safe distance away from that Tidal Blast. Not gonna keep them away from it though, so it's gonna be a solid setup here for the defense once again. And pretty much no cart progress made there, and that is really heavily because Beavertail don't have a Tracer. You don't have anybody that can just push this cart for free. So even though you're pushed up, you're taking space, you can't leave your supports on the point. You gotta creep this payload forward little by little. Alex has the sight. The duplicate goes over to the Tracer. Foreshadow ends up finding the better of Alex. Oh, Alma too low though. Primal Rage at max. Kind of just bullying Crazy Ones back here. And you know what? Every time that the engage goes... Oh, I watched the reset for Sorry, Hazard. Every time there's like this hard engage from Jackal, Max just goes for the counter dive. And it's working 9 times out of 10. Because you didn't have anybody to really go back for that peel. Because you didn't have the Tracer and you didn't have the Brig. Alex is going to be over on the Tracer now, however. Alcura has the Captain Sun ready to go as well. Very, very little time for the attacking team to work with. Captain Sun is out. Doesn't connect onto anything, however. Overtime has been triggered here. So if you are Beavertail, you gotta keep somebody on the point. Alcura's gonna end up falling. You're on the point, Alex! Gonna eat a bunch of damage from the Foreshadow of the Widow. Going to pop the sights here. Alma, you pop your head out for 1 second and you are going to lose it. Pulse bomb in. It is just Jackal on this point and won't be able to stay alive for long. That is as far as the payload is going to go. What a defense here from Poutine. And again, Poutine has the swap in the back line came through here from map number 1. So it was Alcura and John No that got swapped. Otherwise, no changes to these two teams. Of course, the Diva and the Kiriko ban perhaps having a bit of an impact here. All right, Hey, if, oh, we gotta swap the sides here. Because the lobby. There we go. Yeah, if Poutine can push this, basically get the first point cap, we're gonna give them the first point on the board. You'd love to see it. Definitely feel like, this was a very strong showing for them. Alright. Defense here. No Widowmaker shenanigans this time around. Alex is going to be starting out on the Sojourner.
3, 2, 1.
No Iari either, so Alcura's going to start on the Wuyong as well.
Stop the payload.
A lot of poke damage to be had from this team. And I like the Tracer mirror for both as well. Oh, Yokon, or Foreshadow with the same name, is on this one. Oh, great shot coming through, Alcura. A little bit out in the open there. Unfortunately, going to pay the price for that. And now this is a big opportunity for Poutine to make a lot of distance. The green control of the high ground here as well. Again, looking to get their Ana set up here, and John No on the Wuyong as well. See, on paper, the Hazard should be kind of winning out in the fight against this Winston, but in reality, yeah, the Winston hasn't been taking the fight against the Hazard. Nice sleep there from Crazy Ones, but I suspect she is very soon going to be a target. Now you turn around for the Hazard. No, don't walk into the wall! Alright, is going to be able to stabilize a little bit here. Jackal, though, in a very bad spot, is more or less just looking to get staggered out right now. Yeah, John does. Quick melee will send the Hazard back to spawn, and the payload has moved very far forward at this point. I don't think that there's going to be a contest. Oh, no. I think Alma went in to try to get that contest and immediately got headshot. So, alright. Well done, Poutine. We're going to put a point on the board for them here. And we're going to get to move into the second point of Rialto. Alex making a swap over onto the Cassidy. This is going to help with Max and Flame. More consistent damage on this front line. Although it is still going to open things up for Kyokyon on this Widow. But I mean, it's going to be harder also. There's a lot more quarters on second point of Rialto compared to first point. Sights are out. Nano onto Jackal. Good movement from John now. Oh, very, very close to falling. But yeah, you can't push too far because that threat of the Widowmaker ever present here. Excellent nade from downtown from Gorilla. And tank down here for Beavertail. Progress to be made on that point. Dart came out. Not sure that connected onto anyone. Alma has this bomb. Tidal Blast onto Flame. Might connect, but whoa! Nearly gets the Wuyong despite that. Alex will end up falling. The Cassidy gone and just kind of crumbling here for the side of Beavertail. The timing on these engages from Poutine are just a little bit too much for Beavertail to work with. They're never able to get kind of set up. Crazy One's always kind of on a bit of an awkward kind of sight line from Jackal. And now that you have Alex over on this Cassidy, you want to play for the counter dive, but then you still have the Hazard, and Jackal wants to go aggressive. I mean, he gets flamed for it. Oh, what a wall onto Gorilla! Oh my goodness, fantastic placement there from Jackal, denying that retreat. It's going to be the down 4 ready to go for Jackal here, and that Tidal Blast from Alcura. Definitely looking like this should be a fight win here for Beavertail. Yeah, especially taking down Kyokon, who's over on that Ash now as well, notably. Sleep Dart in passing here for Gorilla. Somehow manages actually to stay alive from that, and the Pulse Ball onto Crazy Ones here, so this is an opportunity. Yeah, the Nano onto Max. Team want to push in aggressive here. Tidal Blast came out. I think that was over on to Almat. Now, the back line here, kind of being pressured out. Oh, actually, I see that. Flame, gonna put the pressure right back. Looking to maybe find this late kill onto Jackal as well. Who's in a very spot right now on this hazard. Again, nice wall and the sleep coming through from Crazy Ones as well. Deadeye ready to go, but Alex now rolls into a box. That is not what you want to see if you have the Deadeye ready to go there. Kill's gonna take down the capacity. Gorilla ends up falling and responds. Down 4. There is the counter dive that you were looking for. Elmat with a pulse bomb on the kill as well, and that will be fight win here for the side of Beavertail. Still at the Deadeye, they still have the Nano to work with. Right now, if you're Poutine, you're just looking to build up to this Primal, get the DPS levels online as well. Not that much farther that this payload needs to go. Nidal Blast is ready to go. Might see that go over onto Flame. Yeah, already they're positioning for it. Alright, there's the blast in. Chasing down Alpura, does end up taking down the Wuyong. Dono gets traded out though, Pulse Bomb out. Not gonna connect on, but it does zone out Crazy Ones quite a lot. The Nano came out just in time though. She does end up falling, but Alex is gonna be able to push out everybody that was looking to capitalize on that space being made. Now Flame is trapped in a pretty messy place. Really trapped now. Oh no, doesn't get out. So the fancy footwork from the Tracer on the side of Poutine will keep him alive in this. Alright. Still being chased down. Okay, it was just a late kill. As committed actually the mob as well. So we're even numbers here. Alex, very, very low, but Elmat following up on that damage onto the Ash. Oh, Gorilla! Okay. Gets his, but will end up falling as well. Alright. There was a lot of time here moving into the third point, but it looks like Beavertail are digging their heels in here. Both DPS ults to work with. Actually, a lot coming online for Beavertail. This is going to be very, very hard for Poutine to get through. They're going to need to bait out some of these ults, and then probably go for a soft reset, because you're not going to be able to match ult for ult. Alright, here's the Nano in. Alpura is just the target of pretty much every ultimate that gets used, and yeah, good follow through from Flame. Unfortunate for the Wuyong, it just, yeah, you force out that slide and that's it. Crazy Ones is, she's here. Maybe looking for an anti-nade? I think Gorilla is privy to it. Idle Blast onto Almat. Crazy Ones ends up getting slapped. You need a quick trade here if you are Beavertail. Down 4, connects on. Immediately gonna turn the attention to John. No, very low. The payload needs to be halted here. Jackal doing everything in his power, and his sleep dart is right next. Okay, doesn't connect on to the hazard, but you know, it's close enough to do the damage. It will get the job done here. Ooh, Crazy Ones is back on the Jetpack Cat here, and as the Deadeye. Ooh, nice disengage coming through here, but it's going to be tough to stay alive. Yeah, you try to chase some of those kills down, and it's going to punish you. Great comes through onto Flame. Jackal still alive. Algura taken down, though. It's just Crazy Ones on this Jetpack Cat trying to keep this Beavertail team alive. Nano, perhaps the nail in the coffin here for Beavertail. The Bastion swap from Alex, little too late, and that will be it. Poutine will complete Rialto. Very solidly getting their first map win. And, alright. There'll be one more map here. Yeah, we got 18 minutes. It's gonna be a control map. We'll see here if Danny's gonna make any more swaps to the rosters. Maybe not. I'm not sure though. Again, head coach Danny's got all the details, so we'll keep an eye on the chat for that. We do know it'll be. Oh, me when I lie. Okay, you know what? In my defense, every single other block that I have watched, which is all of the other blocks, it's always been a control map to end here, but we're shaking things up. We're gonna go to a push map for our final map here, which maybe a little rough. I don't know. It could be really quick. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes like push maps are runaway trains, so we'll see. But okay, let's give the points. Let's give the points where the points are due here. 3 points to Poutine for their Rialto. And then, yeah, We're going to Esperanza for our 6th and final map here. Either a 1-minute motor infinite overtime. Yeah, so real, honestly. Maybe we can squeeze 18 minutes out of this last map. No swaps in the rosters. And it is going to be Beaver Tail that get to go for the first ban here. So we'll see what they go for. There's no limit on the bans, so we could. It's entirely possible we see a Diva Kiriko ban again. I don't know if the teams will try to go for that, but they were allowed to do it in the previous block, so if they really wanted to, they certainly could. I have to feel like Jackal maybe wants to go back over to the Diva, although I'm gonna scroll up here. It was Beaver Tail that banned out Diva last time, so maybe Jackal's not like hard set on the Diva. I think that if you go the Hazard, you can run it here if they want to try that again. I really do think that it was just the timing of the engages that was just a little bit off. We saw Max and Flame just working really, really well together. Honestly, all through this block, I've been impressed with the teamwork between the tank and the flex DPS for Poutine. Kiri. Alright, it's enough. This is actually pretty good. It's a Kiri and a Diva ban. It's just the other team's banning Kiri and Diva. So this time it'll be Beaver Tail that bans Kiri. And it'll be Poutine that ban the Diva. So. Alright. Still the Diva Kiri ban. So will we get the Winston Hazard? Maybe? It's possible. I think there's like a small chance that Max could play the Wrecking Ball here too. Maybe? But, alright. let's head into things. Kiri ban, yeah. Hey, Kiri ban 2 maps in a row. Like, these teams are not interested. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, I was mostly expecting we were gonna see dive composition from the side of Poutine.
I'm good to go.
Probably Hyohyun over on the Emre here? Or the Soj, possibly. I feel like we've seen him more up towards that Emre more than the Soj, but alright, yeah, let's do it. Soj matchup here. The sightlines aren't quite as long as some of the other maps, like Lijiang Tower, so the Emre maybe not going to be as strong here on Esperanza. Almat on the Reaper would be quite interesting.
What's this about?
Because although I literally just said that the sightlines aren't that long, that's for comparison of a Sojourn and an Emre. For a Reaper, these sightlines are crazy long. You're gonna have so much trouble clearing the distance here, and having your team follow up as well. Yes, Reaper can just TP in, get the bubble, but you're probably not going to be able to solo kill most heroes with a Reaper, especially at the state that supports are in right now. There's a lot of self-heal available for supports, and a lot of damage for supports too, so we'll see how Beaver Tail are going to opt to play this. They will have the Juno break backline, so hey, at least they got speed in some fashion here with Crazy Ones on this Juno. Much more stagnant backline for the side of Team Poutine, with the Ana and the Wuyong. I think that the Ana might end up getting swapped out, especially where Jackal's over on this Zarya. You're not going to be able to hit those fat anti-nades like you could when you're playing against the Reaper. Oh, the nade goes a little wide, but it's okay. Jokyeon's going to get healed up the old-fashioned way. Primary fire. Alright, well, Almiat gets punished. Yeah, you go for the TP in, your team is nowhere near ready to kind of follow up on things, so it's going to be the punish coming through from Flame on this Tracer. It's also, like, more or less going to be uncontested, save for, of course, Alpura and Alex, who's going to be able to, you know, railgun the Tracer pretty easily, but this will also give you somebody to be the payload princess, so good to have a Tracer on your team for multiple reasons. Oh! Didn't know you could stand there. Nice anti-nade connects onto Alpura, but Almat is is going to find that kill onto Yoshia. So the Sojourn out of the mix here. Great bubble onto Crazy Ones, and the punish on to Max as well. You love to see it. That is going to be hopefully some cleanup kills here if you are Beaver Tail. Crazy One's taking a little nap in the back line, but it looks like she will be safe. Gorilla dodging the rain down of damage from Jackal. And now, bot gaining some progress here for Beaver Tail. On that. Not finding the Reaper because Max is just going to go for an immediate dive onto the high ground. Flame not finding the kill with the pulse bomb either. Going to stick that wall. Alex is going to find the first kill though, so Yojan out of the fight. So much pressure gone. Double has to go over on Alcura, who has no shield to work with now. Gorilla ends up falling though, so this is going to be very tough for Poutine to get control of this spot for long.
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, it will be Flame still alive here, but being chased down, or at least marked by Alma on this Reaper. So more progress here, and the lead picks up for Beaver Tail. Lots of ults coming online, and I think that having Alex set up on this bridge probably speaks to the idea of going for an overclock for the next fight. Gotta be worried about Max on the Winston, of course, but I feel like the supports have been doing a pretty good job kind of denying space for Max. It doesn't have a whole lot of ult charge build up just yet. The Orbit not in time to save the Reaper, so you're gonna have to find another quick trade here if you are Beaver Tail. Maybe onto Flame, has the recall forced out, but so far it's not looking good, and the longer this fight goes on, yeah, the momentum just going to shift back in favor of Poutine here. The overclock committed by Gyeonghyun, but he's on the low ground, so he doesn't really have access to Beaver Tail. In fact, yeah, they've all just kited out of the potential danger zone. You have the support ults to work with. Max is building up to this Primal Rage. We'll get it online eventually. I think the Nano will definitely help. There is the Blossom in. It's solo on to Gyeonghyun. It is going to be the Nano that gets out on to Max, who does now have that Primal to work with. Probably won't need it. Crazy One's not going to get alive. Stuff herself into a corner.
What's up, everyone?
Payload moving forward. Bot moving forward here. Late kill on Alex is really big, actually, for Poutine as well. They should be able to get this checkpoint, I believe.
Hey, great work,
Yeah.
team.
Checkpoint collected here. Alma is going to be arriving to the spot shortly. The graph is ready, almost ready to go. I don't know how many are going to be able to get caught in this graph, so it's probably going to be a solo graph, maybe even onto Max, honestly, and get the Primal Rage out. Burn down a lot of that. There's a Tidal Blast in, trying to make a trade. It is the overclock happening on the side, but Alex does. Oh, Alex does find Flame. There's the solo grab onto the Winston. Primal has come out. Oh, the mechanics on the juggle. Not done yet. Trying to chase down Almat on this Reaper. Has to be careful though. Alex does have the railgun. Gonna go a little bit wide there. And not a whole lot of control of this spot right now for Beaver Tail. And all of the bridge is in control of Poutine, so they're happy to just stall out a fight here as long as they possibly can. Drops down onto Alex. Anti-nade in as well. Connects on a Crazy One. She will end up falling. Alpha very, very low as well. They will manage to get out, but that means they're nowhere near their team. They're not really going to be able to get a lot of kills on. That being said, Pax goes through. That's going to stay alive, and Gyeonghyun has been targeted out once again. That Sojourn just is not allowed to live. Can't allow him to get set up on an angle. The damage will come through. Nano's ready to go here for Max, but how are you going to push through a doorway against Cesaria and a Reaper? I guess the Nano is going to be the answer for that. Does force out the Wraith here. Great anti-nade as well coming through from Gorilla. Everybody on the side of Beaver Tail very, very low right now, and the peel in the form of a Tracer is going to help keep Gyeonghyun alive. You gotta be thinking about the Pulse Bomb at least. All of these cooldowns just came out from the Reaper, and by the way, that is not his spawn! No way! Oh, Almat going for the Blossom. Very, very nice attempt, but, yeah, not gonna find anything with that one. You're probably gonna have to commit this orbit in if you're Crazy Ones, because you don't want to give up too much space on this bot, and you are down once. You gotta commit something in, and oh, this is really the only thing that you have to work with. But all of the mobility on the side of of Poutine is going to be hard to find them. All right, going to go for the counter engage here. Pulson comes out from Flame, doesn't find anything. We do find Max, so that is an excellent first pick here. It took the tail.
Let's get it back.
Jackal trading out though, taking down Gorilla, so it's just John Doe, and yeah, John Doe's going to fall pretty rapidly, so there's no supports here to keep this push going for Poutine. Just Flame on the Tracer, and yeah, we'll be sent back to the spawn there.
Your team is close.
We're about to catch up.
Let's get this on the
Rally ready to go here. Forward spawn collected. Now there is going to be a moment here where Poutine can come in for the recontest and try and stop the lead from being gained. Rival ready to go, and I mean it's got to come out. So much damage from Elmat there. Overclock in. It's going to be the Tidal Blast plus the Primal to shut that idea down. Rally is out from Elkura. They're set up on the point here. They've lost their shields out, but they've gained the lead, so that is a value in and of itself. It will be Poutine bouncing back quickly with the team kill, but the lead has been lost. They gotta walk this payload all the way back, and the forward spawns are in effect. So everybody from Beaver Tail is gonna be able to get here for a close engage. They have the grab to work with, but oh, Jackal is not pushing high ground here, so he's gonna be looking to just force the grab maybe on the low ground here.
We're about to lose our lead.
You gotta make sure that Almat is able to follow up with the damage, however, like, you don't have a combo for it. Nano, fast engage in from Max. Ooh, takes down Alex. Yosho's gonna pop the overclock as well. Pulson committed into it. Throwing everything at the wall here for Poutine. It does stick, so that'll be the lead gained.
Team has lost the lead.
The grab still ready to go for Jackal here, and now we'll have something to combo with in the form of that Death Blossom. John Doe is also over on the Lucio now. Notable, because, yeah, I'm going to be able to play with Flame a little bit more. Jackal not noticing the angle being controlled right now, so he's going to have all those shields kind of dissipate immediately. Grab in, it's a solo on to Max, but hey, you will be able to find the follow-up kill there, so you don't have to commit the Blossom in. Gonna have a hard time displacing Kyoto from that high ground, though. That'd be a TP up. Alright, crazy runs. Crazy ones there for a little backup as well, so good stuff here from Beaver Tail. Back in control and still hold the Blossom. Crazy ones will have the Orbit as well, so now it's a little dangerous here for Poutine. They're not really super close to anything, and you don't even have anything to try and speed up this Primal. Like a Nano or... Oh no! Now you don't have an Ana either. That's a massive pick here for Almat. Taking down Gorilla. John No, the Lucio is gonna have to do his best. Now he's on an angle. Not gonna be able to do a big chunk of the healing. You need to trade out one of these healers. You need to, yeah, try and build up to this Primal. Max is getting it online very, very quickly. I just think it was going to be a little bit longer of a wait. Here's the Orbit in. Very, very fast jet booster here from the Juno is good. Primal doesn't find anything from Max, so numbers advantage now in the favor of Beaver Tail, and they're very close to taking this lead back. Lead from John No doesn't follow through with any kills. The rally out from Alkura. They'll end up taking a nap, but that will be a bounce back here. Beaver Tail, it was looking rough on a good chunk of that Esperanza map, but they're able to pick it up in the end. So that will be a win here for Beaver Tail, even though we did see some swaps come through for them. But really, honestly, fun stuff to get to see these players play. So impressed with the talent that we've had. So we will throw it over to a pretty quick break. We'll get the rest of the players in the lobby for the 8 to 10 block. Yeah, we'll do it all over again. So thank you so much to everybody for sticking around for the 6 to 8. And yeah, I will see you again very, very soon. Alright, welcome back. We mostly have everybody in the lobby, so we'll get started here. Welcome back, or welcome in if you're just joining. We're going to be covering the 8 to 10 Eastern block for Canada's Overwatch World Cup Trials. We got to see some pretty fun maps in the 6 to 8 block, and we are going to have one player that's sticking around from that 6 to 8 block, so we'll still have Flame in. But otherwise, we have a whole new set of players here, so 9 other players, including 2 that are having their very first trial block today on day 4. So we'll have, actually, I'll just introduce them to you because they're on the same team. So up first, we'll show Team Beavertail. Excuse me. Amadou and McMahon gonna be on the DPS here, Astro on tank, Magikarp and Magic Mateball on the supports here. So McMahon and Astro will be getting their first trial blocks in. Astro and Magic Mateball, of course, played for Team Canada in the 2023 Overwatch World Cup. So awesome to see that they're here trying out once again. Amadou, we got to see in a block already before, a very strong hit scan player, previously playing for Iliad Artemis and Dildux as well. McMahon, I mean, if you have seen any of my Canadian Collegiate co-streams, specifically the ones featuring University of Saskatchewan, you know that I think that McMahon is the best Vendetta player in the CCL, but of course, they're probably not going to be playing a whole lot of Vendetta here, definitely is possible, but she has seen a pretty hard nerf, so we'll have to see what McMahon can swap over onto, of course, playing not only for the University of Saskatchewan, but playing on Wink as well in that Masters division, so you know that they have a lot of flexibility and a lot of experience playing in that kind of higher bracket competition. We also have, Astro, like I mentioned, not only playing for Team Canada in 2023, but also playing in OWCS currently for Extinction, so again, very high caliber players. Magikarp we've seen a couple of times here, has quite liked the Kiriko from him. I think that the blocks that he played, he was mostly on the Kiriko, save for maybe a little bit of Wooyong here and there. I'm gonna have to check my notes on that one. And then yeah, Magic Mateball, like I mentioned, played for Team Canada 2023, so excited to see him here now. Mateball the GOAT. Yeah, I have heard excellent things. On the other side of things, we have Team Poutine. So Neno and Flame, the DPS here. Yeah, like I mentioned, Flame in for the second block of the night here. We'll have Xur on the tank, Consequence, and Ice Volcano on the support line here. So, yeah, we got to see Flame play already, so he should be all warmed up and ready to go. Everybody else, I believe this is their second trial block with Team Canada. Consequence, we got to see in the very first day of trials, plays in the expert division of Face It for Way Too Thanos. Again, really strong Kiriko. And Ice Volcano actually playing for Ragnarok in the Southern American Masters Face It, so yeah, lots of talent in this block. I'm super looking forward to getting to see what they're gonna bring to the table. Looks like we are pretty much ready to go here. We will, of course, be getting started out on Lijiang Tower. So, no bans. It is going to be anything goes here for map number 1. I will swap my sides over because we do have them on different... Do we? No, look, they're perfect. They're perfect as are. So we'll head in to Lijiang Tower. We'll give you some audio. And we'll see what these players opt to play on the first point here of Lijiang Tower. It looks like we will be getting started out on Control Center, so typically a little bit more favored towards those brawl compositions. Potentially ending up on the Ramatra mirror. I would be quite surprised to see Magikarp come out on the Zenyatta. It's not impossible, but I'm really loving this from Poutine, the double magic backline. This is, I think they're setting the bar pretty high for what we should be expecting from them. Flame has the Junkrat hovered as well. I believe we actually did see some Junkrat played on Control Center in one of these trial blocks. Maybe it was Flame that played it? I'm not sure, but it would be a fun one to get to see. We have the Sims hovered as well, probably just the TP out and then the swap over. Yeah, like I mentioned, I am interested to see what McMahon's gonna swap over to after the Sim. I've just seen them play so much Vendetta in CCL.
5, 4, 3.
All right,
2.
countdown
1.
on. See the
Round
TP
1.
out. Flame.
Capture the
Flame's on the Junkrat! And I feel like it had to have been Flame that played this Junkrat the last time that we saw it. I just can't imagine that we have so many different Junkrats. This guy is goated, by the way. I'm dying to know who Danny is talking about. McMahon over on the Farah. Neno's gonna start with a headshot kill onto a jerk. And it is full steam ahead here for Team Poutine.
Feeling better.
Reaper jump trade player.
Objectives mine.
Must be Flame. Alright, first point. It's gonna be collected by Poutine here. It's gonna be a pretty quick swap off of the Junkrat. Nice attempt from Flame. I see the vision. McMahon's gonna get themselves set up on the high ground. They are over on this far. Amadou, okay, taking down Neno here. It's gonna open things up for Beavertail to try and push in. They are gonna rotate through this white room. They're trying to avoid the spam damage of McMahon on this Farah, but they don't really care. They will poke at you from any angle. They're gonna find consequence as well, but Astro taken down here, so even though the DPS are finding things here for Poutine, gonna have a hard time staying in this fight. Nice slow field. Yeah, Amadou's gonna follow up on that. 8-ball sets back to the spawn here, and that will be a quick flip over here. 28% for Poutine to work with. No swap, so now we're looking to build up some ultimates for both of these teams. Slow field connects on into Magic Heart. Neno gets taken down by Flame, who almost has the ball spawn ready to go. Great recall kill there. Chased down by 8-ball. Yeah, 8-ball not gonna let that one go. Will get a little bit of revenge for Magic Herb. But regardless, it is a fight win here for Beavertail on their defense. McMahon's building up to this barrage Astro with the Annihilation, but everything's gonna be online first for Beavertail here. Oh, McMahon falling quite low. Has to rotate back to their team. Gotta anticipate the Annihilation is gonna come out first in the fight here for the side of Beavertail. Oh, okay! Nope, the damage comes through. You will not be getting that ult online. And alright. Oh no, the TP in from Consequence probably gonna face the consequences. McMahon, a little double on the coast here, and 8-ball with a double on the point. So great stuff for 15, and they will break their way back in here. No ults needed, also so important here. They have everything to work with for this next fight. They push up to the choke point here. Nice rotation for some members of Beavertail through. It kind of seems like it was a bit of a bait, and now they're going to walk through pain. They rush out. It is going to be a beat in response to that overclock, which is also going to get shut down by this Nemesis form here. So pretty quick fight win off the back of both of those support ults from the side of Poutine. And I like the rotations coming through for Poutine as well. They're really moving as a unit here, making excellent use of 8-ball's speed. Really showing the experience of the main support player on the side of Poutine. There's the Annihilation in. McMahon is in your back line. Doesn't find anything with that barrage, but also virtually does not pay for it with their life. Gonna find Flame, so now it's gonna be the Annihilation committed in from Sure, trying to trade things out here. Ashgarb gets out in just the nick of time. McMahon are gonna find themselves in that slow field, so it is even numbers here, but the point is in control of Beavertail, and they are very close to that 100%. Consequence commits the Kitsune rush in. Flame is gonna take down Magikarp, so there's no Kiriko on the side of Poutine. It has to be a disengage. Beat committed in from Ice Volcano. Pulse Bomb! It connects on to Astro. Not going to be able to take down the tank completely, but the follow-up is going to be there. Neno's overclock gets shut down in the sidelines, and, you know, it's a big fight happening in server rooms. We don't often see that. And objective secured here for the side of Beavertail.
2-1.
Yesterday, 8 of the players were streaming. Today, I don't think any are.
Ready for
Ooh,
battle.
let me check the streaming channel in the trial server here. Looks like Mickman is streaming. Neno is streaming. That's I Hate Neno on Twitch. Those are the only ones that I can see that have noted that they're streaming, so I'm not sure if anybody else is. But yeah, Mickman and Neno are streaming on their Twitch channels.
What's up?
Alright, we'll go to Garden for point number 2. Yeah, no problem. Looks like we're gonna stick on the Ramatra comps as well. Kind of interesting to see. I was maybe expecting a little bit more of a potentially dive composition to come out.
Hey, what's up?
But hey, if you can make a rotation towards the point, maybe towards White Room even, I feel like, especially if you're Beavertail, you don't necessarily want to take that bridge. You probably got to expect that Mickman's gonna make this swap over onto the Farah.
5, 4, 3,
Alright,
2,
TP's out
1.
for both teams.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
And yep, the Farah and the Tracer respectively here. Mickman, not gonna find anything with that concussive blast. There's a lot of space that's being gained already for the side of Poutine. However, Flame is on a hard angle. Needs a little help though, is actually gonna get forced out. Everybody from the side of Beavertail is falling so low. Ice Volcano's gonna be the first one to go down. Astro falling low. If you could get a trade out here and now, it could even things up. But it's not looking great for Beavertail. Despite Astro being out of the fight, they don't have control of the point right now. Okay, we're gonna get the contest in before the flip comes through. Nice slow field on to the escape route here. Ah, Ice Volcano, no! Gets into the fight just to be sent back to the spawn room. Great concussive there from Mickman, and now the point. It is open. It has not been capped just yet, though. Amadou is back on the M-Ray now. Mickman so low! Nice! Is able to find that kill on the Farah. Still, the point being hotly contested right now. Neno will take out the threat of the M-Ray on the angle. Nemesis form out from both Ramatras. It is going to be Volcano falling. Lucio for Beavertail. The struggle here. What are the bans? No bans for map 1. So there will probably be no bans for this map and probably no bans for the next one. So the hero bans will probably come in map 3. Point finally in control by one of these teams. Consequence, using the Kitsune Rush to create space, and as you're using the Annihilation to find the limbs. Great stuff here. Great timing from Beavertail. And they're going to extend the percentage here on Garden. Actually, they're looking to maybe hold close here. Alright, rotation to the White Room, so they are not concerned about going towards that bridge. Override protocol out! I mean, you're gonna have to just take shelter inside of this dojo if you are Poutine, but while that's happening, there's all the angles being taken on this dojo right now. Barrage in, Azure gets very split from his team. Mickman's gonna find 2K there. Neno does get traded out, but you're still up in numbers. Oh no, as I say that, the DPS are gone for the side of Poutine. You'll see that Kitsune gets the spot already. That was a pretty clean Kitsune, I can't lie. And you know, the comms were there as well, right? Everybody pushed in on that Kitsune. Point flip goes over to Poutine though, so good control here. Azure is still kind of lurking around on the side. Actually, there's so many angles being controlled by Beavertail, but nobody's able to kind of follow up on the individual fights that are happening. Flame has recall forced out. There's no Lucio on either team. Azure, yeah, it's gonna end up following the tank. Just a sliver of HP. Oh, we see your head, Consequence. Neno, not done yet. Gonna get a nice little triple kill here. Poutine's going to maintain control at this point. Gonna be the Annihilation still here for Astro. Ice Volcano will have the beat to work with soon. Oh, McMahon in a very dangerous spot. Yeah, they get punished for that one. Team is not there to help that Pharah out, and it's a good rotation that comes through for Beavertail. So now you're probably gonna have to commit something in here if you are a Poutine. Getting the trade onto Amadou might stop that, but Astro is baiting everybody from Beavertail onto the point right now. And again, a really nice slow field there that Disruptor Field kind of stop the disengage. There's the Annihilation in, beat out from Ice Volcano. Doesn't connect on a flame, but everybody else will benefit from the Annihilation now continuing on the point here. Azure is going to answer with Annihilation of his own. There's no beat here for a ball. And right now Azure is just trying to get control of this point, but what a great disengage from Astro. You wait out that Annihilation, and then you're going to push right back in. A-Ball taken out. No, the Kitsune Rush is on the point, so Consequence did get it off. So you're going to have Azure and Flame able to maybe make something from this, but there's so many fights happening around the point. Astro very low. Flame gonna win out his 1v1 as well, but right now it's really just the 1v1s that are being won by Beavertail right now. The team coordination is a little bit scrappy. 98% here. Poutine are just gonna need one more fight win, but approaching 80% here. This looks like we might be in an overtime fight for this second point. Amadou has this override protocol ready to go, and everybody from Poutine is pushing through the same angle here. That's gonna be dead. No. Oh, okay, it's just to get the high ground here. It's gonna be the Kitsune Rush from Magikarp. McMahon has the recall forced out already, and they're very, very low, somehow staying alive. Good heals coming out from Magikarp with this Kitsune Rush, but you're not able to take a whole lot of space here with that Kitsune. You're still kind of jammed in the back of this point. There's the overclock out. A-Ball falling victim to that nade. McMahon. Oh, the pulse bomb comes out. It is going to connect on to Azure. Oh, it was actually the pulse bomb from Flame. Just kidding, it was Astro. Astro's gone now. Azure has the Annihilation on the point. If you want to contest, you're gonna get zapped. There's the pulse bomb from McMahon. That won't find anything. And objective secured. It will be Beavertail to get to pick up the Lijiang Tower here. We will, of course, go to the third point here. It is a trial block after all, but I'm gonna go ahead and update their score now.
Ready for battle.
Alright. Let's see what we end up on for Night Market. I mean, if you play the Ramatra on Garden, I have to assume you're gonna play Ramatra on Night Market. I feel like Azure is thinking right now if he wants to make a swap.
What's up?
McMahon probably goes back over to the Pharah. I feel like the Pharah might actually be a little bit easier here against the Emre compared to on Garden. Because although Garden, you have the central pillar to kind of fight around, there's the longer sight lines are going to really favor the Emre to at least pressure out the Pharah. Maybe you don't find the limb, but I think you can at least make sure that McMahon doesn't have free reign to just put damage anywhere. Alright.
3, 2, 1.
TP out from both teams.
Capture the objective.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, TP onto the side there. Yeah, McMahon back over onto the Pharah. Flame back over to the Tracer. Emre matchup between Amadou and Neno now. Neno was previously on that Sojourn. Nice angle control here. Made in. And Beavertail is just kind of all over the map right now. The point is going to open, so they're going to start to make a rotation towards that point. Astro finds Ice Volcano here, so this is an opening now for Poutine to start walking in. Flame down as well, so yeah, you gotta anticipate it's gonna be a fast push into that point. McMahon alive with a sliver of HP. And Consequence gonna be denied the reset. McMahon's gonna steal a little bit of ult charge off that. Alright. Percent building here for the side of Poutine. Being in control first with this Pharah is going to be so important. It's really hard to retake with the Pharah. You can do lots of damage though. That being said, yeah, Flame on this Tracer is going to be an issue for them when they don't have anybody to kind of match that Tracer. Yes, Big Man is back here now, but they're not going to be able to constantly keep tabs on Flame. You're going to have to send some resources to deal with this Tracer. And you can see that just existing here on the sideline, Flame has already created space for the rest of his team. Amadou finding that kill onto Magikarp. Needs to live now, though. You need a little bit of a soft reset here. 8-ball. Right, bonked on the head by Flame, who does now have the ball spawn nearly ready to go. So it's trades coming through, but it is still Poutine in control of the point. Not for long. The barrage finds Azure, but yeah, Amadou and Flame will make sure this point gets flipped over. Just shy of 50% there, so it's a good first fight for Poutine. But yeah, like I said, it's tough to retake with this far up. Especially Amadou's going to be already set up. You gotta be worried about consequence on this Kiriko as well, of course. To be able to do a bit of pressure onto that Pharah. Alright, trying to avoid the poke from the Pharah. It's going to be a rotation through Mega. Big Man gonna be the one to put pressure on the point in view of that Tracer. Override protocol in. Both Lucios are out of the count. The flip goes through. I mean, more or less for free there. Amadou has 10 HP. Annihilation is going to finish off that Emre, and Annihilation from Azure is maybe going to finish off Astro here. It's at least going to allow for Beavertail to rotate back towards the point. And, all right, a little bit of percentage there, like 16% for Poutine, but it is going to be control regained here by Beavertail. Kitsune rushed in as well. Nano uses this override protocol. Azure does take down Nick Man, and the override protocol creates space, but it doesn't actually find any limbs here. So you're still down in numbers. Magikarp commits the Kitsune rush across the point. You have to disengage if you're Beavertail. Yeah, they will. Beat available for both teams. That's going to be the difference maker in this next fight. McMahon falling very low. Amadou on this Emre. I mean, you gotta be careful. Okay, it's an aggressive beat here from 8-ball. And McMahon finds 2? Okay. The Pharah is going to end up falling. Yes, but the damage has been done. The DPS for the side of Poutine ripping apart Beavertail. And this might be their first point win here. Amadou will swap over onto the Sierra. Beat comes through from Ice Volcano. Azure is going to trigger the overtime. No! Oh, okay. That's the cooldown, so we're going to get back on the point. But will there be another overtime? Yes! And it will be met with a barrage here. Okay. I consequence has found Magikarp here, so I think the Beavertail are going to come back into this. They need to keep the overtime going. They're also going to have to deal with Big Man here. Astro's falling very low, though. So, yeah, you only have the Lucio for heals now, and consequence is the target that needed to fall here. Azure is still alive on this Doomfist, but I do not expect the flip to go through. No, it will be the cleanup here. So 1 point on the board for Poutine, but it will still be Lijiang Tower going the way of Beavertail. So I'll at least update that on our little map graphic here, so they can have 1 point here for Lijiang. And again, the points don't matter. This is just for us to have fun and keep track of the players. We might have some swaps that come through as well, where it'll be head coach Danny. Consequence guy is nasty. It's true. Push map for map number 2. And yeah, I'll let you guys know if there's any bans that come through, or if there's any player swaps as well. We might have the rosters change up a little bit, but we do know that we'll head over to Runasapi for our second map here. And yeah, this will be 6 maps that will get played. Usually we'll cycle through all the map types, and then we'll have a repeat on the last map type. Every other day, every other block, it has been a control map, but then in the last block, our 6 to 8, it was a push map, so we'll have to see. The coaches are cooking. I am just the fly on the wall. Speaking of the coaches, I might as well introduce the assistant coaches, because on top of all of the players that we have trialing, we have some assistant coaches that are trialing as well. So 13 different coaches. We have a good chunk of them in the lobby here as well. So we have Lemon, Lazarus, Mugos Quack, Raylini, Zay, Slippery, Small, Tidola, And Banish Light. Oh, and Express. We have a very full lobby right now. Poor Express is sitting in queue. There isn't even enough space for him. Tydola. Yeah, you know, I recognize a good amount of these coaches as well. I know that some of them come from the collegiate team for sure. Jubs, Mugos, Quack, Small, are definitely from collegiate. But admittedly, didn't really do my homework on the coaches. So, I know that a good chunk of them are Canadian. But you don't have to be Canadian to trial for an assistant coach spot. Alright. Alright, while I was talking, there have been some changes made here. So we're going to have Amadou and Neno swap. So those are our hit scans have swapped. And we are going to have some bans here now. So it's going to be a Ramatra ban and a Sojourn ban. So let's jump into Runosapi and we'll see what compositions we end up on with those bans coming through. Because, I mean, we were seeing the Ram pretty consistently. The Soj ban, yeah, probably just going to move over onto the Emre. We see Neno already hovering that. Norman with the watch streak. Hey, thanks Norman. You've been here for all the co-streams. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with a co-stream as well, 6 to 8 and 8 to 10. The Sunday, the final scrim block will be an official broadcast from St. Clair, so that'll have like a full production. They had replays going yesterday as well, so yeah, really impressed with the production quality of St. Clair. So make sure to be on the lookout for that for Sunday. I will be casting the 6 to 8 block with Ravishing Ravish. And then the 8 to 10, I think it's Marks and Evans. I think Mark and Evans. Alright. Hazard here for Azure. It is going to be the M-Ray Tracer. Lucio Kiriko for both teams. No surprise there. McMahon's going to be over on the Reaper. I don't know that they play a whole lot of Tracer. I'm not sure. Love listening to the cast. Thanks, Norman. Happy to have you here. Support Team Canada. Yeah, so the difference being in this tank one and the Flex DPS here. I do like the Zarya Reaper. I do think that this has kind of been the pivot off of that Zarya Vendetta. As you're very low, yeah. Really wanted to take that Reaper out of the fight, but is not going to be able to find that.
Watch out, they're starting.
Alright, yeah, it's a disengage here for the side of Beavertail. You aren't able to find a quick trade. You just have to back up. Good stuff from the mixture. We'll get into the fight fairly quickly on that Hazard. Has the Violent Leap to work with.
Let's kick this off.
Name of the game for Beavertail is to get some of these bubbles out from Astro and then burn the Zarya up, especially with Neno on the Zen ring. Azure on a bit of an angle. Oh, what? Ice Volcano! I think Ice Volcano actually just fell victim to his own Hazard's Jagged Bump. That's really unfortunate. The Lucio gonna end up falling, so you don't have any speed now for the disengage. So if you are the Beavertail, you have to find the trade! And they don't find the trade. They, in fact, lose another one here. So more progress being made on this spot. It's okay, we love raiding this house. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I'm really happy to get to cast Team Canada Trials. Kitsune Rush out from Consequence. Right across this point, so it's going to give lots of space here. It's a later Kitsune Rush from Magic Carpet. Fortunately for Beavertail, they don't end up actually finding anything with that Kitsune Rush, though. This bot has not stopped moving. Override Protocol out, and yeah, it's continuous momentum here for Poutine. Amadou finds the kill on a Consequence as well, so it's just more time that Beavertail have to wait. They have some ults coming online. They're getting picked first in every one of these fights, and it is because of the aggression that's coming through. Already, Big Man has teleported in, and before you can even disengage, they find the kill onto Neno, and they've got the Blossom to work with here. You have to anticipate it could be either a combo with this grab, or it could just be the bubble on to the Blossom. Alright, Beavertail. Gotta find some stabilization here. Neno's gonna use the override protocol. No! Amadou taking it out of the sky. The pulse bomb does connect on, but doesn't find the limb, and there's the Blossom coming through. the team kill here, I just really don't know how Beavertail's gonna come back into this. They just threw everything at that. They don't have a beat to work with, and there's a grab in your spawn. No, the grab, it actually traps them inside. There was a contest that came through, so the payload did not, or the bot didn't push all the way forward. Flame has fallen, however. You need the speed online for Ice Volcano. Yeah, and Ice Volcano is, of course, going to be the target here. They don't want the beat online if they're routine. Azure gonna back away. One last contest here from Flame. Sune rush in. And the beat just in time somehow, some way. Oh, Beavertail has managed to come back from the break, honestly. Really impressive stuff. Watching your brother play even though you have no clue what's going on. No way, that is so cool. Wizard, that's awesome. Who's your brother here?
Come to me for heals.
That's so awesome that you're out supporting him.
Under my protection.
Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one for Beavertail. they got a whole map to walk through now.
Let's change.
All right, I mean Amadou is gonna have this override protocol. Yep, they're gonna go out with that first flame, falls down. McMahon's gonna find Ice Volcano as well, and yeah, it's not looking good here. It's just gonna be a continuation of the picks coming through for the side of Poutine. They're gonna get control of the space. They're gonna, oh, they actually had the forward spawns. It didn't actually get taken away there. There are lots of ults here for Beavertail to work with, but they have not been able to find success in going first in these fights. Alright, they're gonna go for the override protocol at least. Oh no, you can't go that high. Yeah, there we go. It is gonna bring out this don't know if that connected onto any, but Consequence will at least start out with a kill. Oh, it gets traded out immediately though, and McMahon again finds one with the Blossom. Astros falls to the Pulse Bomb here. So having the Zarya out of the fight is a good sign. The payload. The payload is still pushing forward. The zero death game. Oh yeah, I forget to look at the stats. I didn't show the stats at all through any of the other blocks, but here we go. Matching 8-ball does still have the zero death game going. One for Amadou, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright. Ooh, 8-ball. Amadou was 10-0. I totally believe it. He's getting a nice angle here on the M-Ray as well. He's trying to catch this rotation. It's excellent pinch here. 8-ball. Very low. Will manage to stay alive through that. Yeah, that Siphon pistol is just so good against any tank that really pushes onto you. Consequence gone. Kitsune Rush was hoping to build up to that this fight if you were Beavertail. McMahon Reaper is really good. Honestly, I was wondering, because the vendetta from McMahon was absolutely insane every time I've seen it. So it makes a lot of sense to me that they're also correct on this Reaper. Ice Volcano has the beat. Last time we saw these were all layered from Beavertail. Beat in. Oh, Flame, unfortunately, gonna die just before that comes through. You need to find an Elim with this. If you're going for the aggressive beat, you gotta find something. Consequence, making it happen. Yo, Consequence did just delete the entire back line, so surely Beavertail can find some stabilization through this, but no, the grab locks up Azure, and at the very least, you're going to have better spawns here if you are Beavertail, but Lucio and Kiriko are gonna get back pretty quickly, and they're gonna have a beat to work with. And they have both DPS ults to work with. Azure's gonna swap over onto the Malga here. Looks like Poutine want to take a fight in this open space. They want to allow Amadou to find value with this. Okay, no can actually take the angle here. Whoa! Excellent beat here from 8-ball. Barely keeping Amadou alive. Neno has the overclock, or the override protocol, but taken out of the sky by Amadou. And that's gonna be the bot. Getting kept up here. Yep, fantastic stuff here from the side of Poutine. So hey, they'll tie us up here. Technically speaking, of course. But yeah, nice stuff. I mean, a good fight back from Beavertail. That it really did look like that was over pretty early on in the map. So at least the bounce back came, but they were just never able to chain any fights together. I don't even think that they were able to take away the forward spawn when they did get control of the bot. Alright, we're breezing through things now. We'll be going to Escort for map number 3. Map scores for funsies, that's right! Yeah, Watchpoint Gibraltar for our Escort map. Okay, and Danny is not putting hero bans in, but Danny is putting in required composition. So, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. We will have the main support swap. So, Magic 8 Ball and Ice Volcano. I'm getting thrown off with the Magikarp and Magic 8 Ball. Yeah, so we will have the main support swap. Care the burly backline. That's really funny. So required composition here: Monkey, Ana, Brig, Tracer, and then any hit scan. Saskatoon. I'm honestly not sure where all these players are from. I really did want to do a little bit of research to see if there was anybody from the East Coast, but I didn't really know how to go about doing that without like asking the players specifically where they were from, and that didn't really feel right. So, McMahon, I know from Saskatchewan because they play for University of Saskatchewan, but everybody else is more or less a mystery to me. Okay, we will have Poutine on the defense first here. Amadou still
2, 1.
considering which hit scan to play. Ooh, Widowmaker, maybe. They still aren't set up. Magikarp is EST. Okay, so probably like Ontario. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah. I knew that there were some French players here. I wonder if Magikarp was one of the Quebec players. I'm literally looking up DMs right now. No. I don't remember who it was. Somebody identified as a Quebecer. But okay, that's cool. Oh, or do you mean like East Coast? I want somebody in Atlantic time zone. That's what I want to know. The two coast streamers, we're from the Maritimes. I know Tomathon's a Maritimer. I learned that recently. We are waiting for Magikarp, I guess.
The flu.
Atlantic time zone player would be fun. Yeah. It would be pretty. Imagine a Newfoundland player. That would be fun too.
Don't be afraid to ask for help out there.
Can't imagine there's too many of them.
Hi there. Salutations.
5,
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers
See,
incoming.
Amadou looking for a headshot.
Stop the payload.
Won't quite find it. Neno is going to be over on that M-Ray still. Ooh, okay, sure, we'll take a big headshot, but of course the Winston will be able to survive through that. Angle gained by Flame here. Recall out of McMahon, who is over on this Tracer now, so interesting. Oh yeah, well, it's required, right? Yes, required here for McMahon to play the Tracer. Art is going to creep forward here. Name of the game for Beavertail is to try and find their way onto this high ground. Try to get Consequence and 8-Ball set up here. Try to have Flame be the one that's on guard duty. Astro, aware that his backline is being dope, but really doesn't want to be the one to deal with it. Unfortunately, gonna miss the window a little bit there, but it's okay. Still has control of the angle. Root shot goes a little wide here. Sleep dart actually also goes a little bit wide. Amadou finds the opening kill here. The headshot on to Neno. The payload more or less stalled out just shy of that car wash. And McMahon's just gonna reset down here. They're gonna be on payload duty more or less. Oh, Azure falling quite low. Manages to get the dive out, and yeah, you gotta be careful playing under there. Amadou gonna find the headshot on to Consequence. Great stuff here for the Widowmaker of Poutine.
Desperate times. Hey there.
This engage coming through, and so far, Beavertail have not been able to break this high ground. Oh, Amadou finding another kill. Pulse Bomb connects on to the shield there. Okay, big Primal Rage, big Sleep as well will be woken up fairly quickly here. Creating space for his team. But Astro, in the meanwhile, is kind of preventing any free walk onto this high ground again. So it will be both these support ults ready to go for Poutine. Alright, there's the Nano onto Astro. Going deep, trying to take down Nano, who is also over onto this Widowmaker.
What do we have here?
The Ana on the break not able to keep that one alive, and yeah, Astro is looking for a dive in. Really needs to kind of coordinate with Big Man here, who just got bonked on the head in passing from Flame. So this is it now. If you're Beavertail, you need to keep this momentum going. The rally from Ice Volcano is going to slow things down a little bit here. Astro with the Primal as well. Amadou has fallen, so a lot of pressure now gone from the back line of Beavertail. They'll be able to rotate towards this high ground a little more freely. They have the rally as well. You have to anticipate that they're going to look to make their way into server room. Nice whip shot there. Does force the recall out of McMahon, who has the pulse bomb nearly ready to go. 60 seconds though left, so not a whole lot of time here for Beavertail to try and pick up the first point. It is going to be the engage in onto servers. Great job on the rally. Will shut down Astro here. The sights are out from Neno as well. There's a headshot onto Ice Volcano. And that will be the first point capped up here by Beavertail. A tough one though, but once they got the rotations in, looked pretty good. Oh, false bomb in! Now it's onto Azure, so the Winston will be able to stay alive here, and there isn't really any follow-up from the rest of Poutine. Ooh, Amadou. Over on the Sierra now, yes, she is playable. And apparently counts as a hit scan because Danny hasn't shut this down yet. Do I know Sierra's cooldowns? Not really. Tracking dart, at least, is doing so much damage to Azure. Has to back all the way out. Flame does win in the Tracer 1v1 now, so the payload will continue moving forward a little bit here. Ice Volcano's gonna have that rally ready to go very soon. Oh, Consequence and 8-Baller are gonna have to make a rotation fairly soon. They're in a pretty comfortable spot back here. It's gonna be hard once that payload kind of rounds under the bridge. Star connects onto Azure. Oh, Anti in, and the Nano follow-up. Beautiful 1-2 combo coming through from Consequence and Azure. The rally forced out from Ice Volcano, more or less just to keep himself alive here. Which, hey, it will do just that. Doing his darndest. Gonna have to get the mega health back as well, but meanwhile, yeah, it's Big Man just forcing everybody back out. The attack is gonna get stifled here. Azure will fall late. Amadou going to be building up to Sierra ult. If y'all remember what that's called, let me know. The drone, I guess. So that's gonna do a big slew of damage kind of in a straight line here. I think the follow-up with the Winston and the Tracer will go quite nicely. Ooh, McMahon. Alright, there's Dorothy out. Doesn't really connect onto anything. But it does shove everybody into this small room. The Pulse Bomb did connect on to Magikarp. Alright, the Anas have been traded out, but there's no backline for the attacking team here. Oh, the Primal committed in from Azure. Is going to take down Amadou. Flame is trying to make a little bit of progress on this payload. Tried to draw back this defense. Does manage to do that. Azure is so far in. Yeah, finds Magikarp, but it's going to get punished pretty much immediately. 30 seconds. There's a rally for the attacking team, and Neno's going to try to build up to this override protocol. He's going to take a little bit longer to do that, though. And yeah, Astro wants to follow up great sleep dart here from Consequence, but is he going to be able to stay alive? No, he is not. 10 seconds now. It's going to have to be Flame on this Tracer. The recall is already out. No, actually it will be Azure that gets the overtime triggered here. Will he be back for another touch? Yes, gets the touch out. Magic 8 coming back with the rally. Ice Volcano fighting with the rally on the point already. Here's the override. Oh, actually using this override protocol as some movement tech, and it won't be fast enough to get back to the payload. So about halfway through Watch Point Gibraltar. And now we'll have to see
Arriving at Watch Point Gibraltar.
if Poutine can get that far or further. We'll swap the sides here. Yep. All right, there we go. Poutine on the attack now. So yeah, Poutine are able to get it about halfway through. Well, I don't know. Probably about like to this bridge, I suppose. We'll give them the win. Interesting that, well, I mean, yeah, Poutine's on the attack, so they could still swap some heroes around, but yeah, it would be interesting to see Amadou over on this, Sierra. We very briefly did get to see Sierra played in map 1, block 1, and I don't think I have seen her since. So, she is playable, but from what I've heard, not as strong as probably the Emre or maybe the Sojourn. Although, you know, on Watchpoint Gibraltar specifically, I feel like having that, like, a lot of vertical movement could be really nice. And it feels like Amadou is making good use of that. So maybe we see Sierra make a bit more of an appearance on these, like, high verticality maps. I think that there was a hot patch that came through for her as well. I'm pretty sure that she has had some changes literally since Tuesday. I think that her ult costs a little bit more and she does a little more damage. Azure, show us your skin. Alright. Do love those crimson weapons. Alright. On a break backline for both teams. Oh wait, it's right. All these comps are required. Yes, the Ana Brig Tracer Monkey required. So it's really just the difference of the hit scans. We're getting this. Nano is gonna be on the Widow for the defense here.
Cover each other. We need to stop that payload.
Hiding for a moment. Ah, misses the first shot. Amadou's gonna swap over onto the Widow as well, so Sierra here barely misses Nano in that grapple shot over. Engage in first from Azure, who takes so much damage. Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, it seems that 8-Ball has DC'd. It's an auto pause on DC, so we'll get him back in shortly here. Yeah, like I mentioned, there are so many people in this lobby. There's no spot for spectators. So Express was sitting in the queue spot, as is Tomathon, so
ready for battle.
Okay, yeah, we'll just start over. Okay, I'm very confused. Went back to the lobby. Yeah, okay. Well, I think we're gonna end up on the Widow duel. No surprise here. Hopefully the team's ready fairly quickly though. Well, too bad for Nano, who was trying to go for that little bit of a surprise Widow moment.
Hello. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Looking for the grapple over. Knows that Amadou's on that Widow, of course. Won't quite find it though. Astro has taken so much damage already. It's gonna be so hard for this Winston to go in for an engage. The anti-nade onto Azure though. 40 HP. Manages to get back onto the high ground without dying. It's gonna be a fast engage here from Astro. Scoping things out, forcing the supports back to Poutine as well. It's gonna have to be a pretty quick rotate. Nano might slow down that rotate a little bit though. I like this from the Ana Brig. Oh, great sleep here. Consequences, another good sleep dart. Yeah, I like this from the Ana break backline, so you gotta be constantly kind of in movement here. So I like Consequence and Magic and 8-Ball making that rotation to server room fairly quickly. Man, pushing this payload forward. Looking to follow up on the displacement of the Widow, but it's gonna be Flame that takes down Ice Volcano first. Looking to take down McMahon as well. This will be a good stabilization here for the defense if they get reset on the high ground, which they will. Both these nanos will be coming online pretty quickly. Tries to go for the headshot onto the Tracer, not quite gonna find it, but manages to survive the attack from McMahon. And now we can see that, yeah, Beavertail are just back in this server room. Azure's gonna pop the primal here. Nice anti-nade! How Consequence connected that one on is beyond me, but great angle there to find it onto the high ground. Azure now looking to get back up to the high ground towards the supports who are still in that server room, but fantastic rotations coming through. Sights out from both Widows. Will they take the duel? They're thinking about it. Nano's gonna have to back up from Azure. It is gonna be the dive in from Astro. Pulse connects. Consequence is down. Nano is down as well, crucially here. Poutine, though, they lose Amadou. Still have both these support ults, though. I'm gonna commit one into this fight. It is gonna be Ice Volcano. Yeah, shutting down 8-Ball. Magikarp, who ended up getting very, very split from the Brigitte there. So that is going to be numbers advantage in favor of the attacking team, but Ana to work with, and Azure really wants to take this break out. It's the Nano. You know, he's going to be able to find that as well. So the supports are kind of staggered out now. So even when Magikarp gets back into the fight, it's going to be so hard to stay alive. Oh. Amadou does end up falling. Astro with Primal Rage on the point. McMahon, 2K there. So maybe some progress being made. The payload is going to get around that corner. Still a lot of angles and control of Beavertail right now, though. Somebody's got to touch. All right, Contest comes through. It's the Nano on to Astro. Anti-nade connects on to Astro as well, though, and 8-Ball is going to use the rally, gets pressured out, doesn't want to fight against that rally, however, really just wants to get the rally out of the fight. Amadou is more or less uncontested on this high ground, but with Astro falling, it's going to be hard to have that presence on the point. Brig Ana holding down the fort here. False bomb in, connects onto the shield of 8-Ball. No, it doesn't take the Brig down. Flame has the pulse to work with, has arrived back in, and that should be it. What a hold here from Beaver. Just noticed that Astro and Azure swap teams. Ah, yes. Might have missed that one. Oh, did they? Wait, they didn't tell me this. I just knew Magic and Ice Volcano swapped. Well, anyways, it will be, what did I say? Beavertail. Yeah, Beavertail won that one out. We're keeping track of things here. All right. 2 maps for Beavertail. And that was a really solid defense, honestly. I think that Consequence and 8-Ball played together very, very well. Really impressive synergy on the Ana Brig. So, love to see it. But I suspect we're going back over to the Lucio Kiriko now, so we are gonna head over to Atlas. We're gonna update this because it was Poutine. We'll give 2 points. 2 points for Poutine. 1 point. Wait, is that right? Yeah, Poutine got 2 points on their defense. Beavertail didn't quite get 1. I guess 0 for Beavertail. Sorry, Beavertail. Map number 4. Yeah, we'll go over to Atlas. Teams have been cooking. So true. Hey, I love Amadou playing the Sierra. Yeah, I didn't get to see any Sierra really, so that was fun to get to see. Okay, there will be some bans. Ah, no, let me read the bans before we go in. Wait. We're flying through things here. All right, Atlas, and we have no Kiri, no Ram, no Tracer. No Kiri, no Ram, no Tracer. So maybe break Juno, I guess. Although Consequence is hovering the Ana. It's possible. It is possible. Okay, yeah. Maybe a little bit less possible. The break Juno does seem to be the selection when that Kiriko's banned out. Pretty consistently. You know, when the Lucio gets banned out, it opens things up a little bit more for the backline, but when the Kiriko gets banned, it seems to just lock the backline into this Brick Juno. Alright, no Ram. Astro's thinking Winston here on Atlas.
1.
No, Astro's not thinking Winston. Okay, I was gonna be a little bit surprised, not gonna lie. The dive on Atlas would be pretty hard. Nickman had that Vendetta hovered. Oh, I would so love to get to see them play it, but I just don't. Yeah, she's just so hard right now. So I suspect McMahon will probably go over onto the Reaper again. Ryan would be funny. I would love to see some Reinhardt. I would love to see it. There's lots of corners on Atlas. You could get away with a Reinhardt, maybe. Yeah, I unfortunately don't think we'll get it, but yeah, that'd be fun. Never know when Reinhardt could come back into the meta. You never know. Well, Zarya Reaper for Beavertail. Yeah, I think this is a good look for them. I think that keeping 8-ball on the break here, I think actually maybe gonna work really well in their favor. He was doing a really good job on the break on Watchpoint. It's of course gonna be a little bit of a different style here, but I definitely think that he was winning out or getting the more value on the break than I was giving. All right, the Zarya versus the Orisa here. Otherwise, mirror comps for both teams. So. Oh, nice spear, better follow up. And this is what you need to do if you're playing this Orisa, is you need to keep as much distance between yourself and the Zarya as you possibly can until you find that opening pick. And yeah, played brilliantly here for the team.
Still charging up. Not ready to overclock. Still charging
They are gonna get themselves set up on the point. Late kill on the Consequence should spell a blip. Yes, it will. So now it's a reset back up onto this high ground here. And if you're Beavertail, you want to be looking to really go for these bubble engages. Oh, there's the spear out. You get the javelin spin out as well, so there's not a whole lot of cooldowns left for Astro to work with, but that's when you see the disengage come through. Excellent speed ring there for There's the TP in. Astro falling very low, and you can't look at all the angles that he wants to look at. Kind of just dropped right into that spear, honestly. There's her out. Astro's going to take down Consequence. Does a lot of damage to everybody else on the side of Beavertail as well. All right. Another fight win, and I don't think that Beavertail get another fight here. They can try, but it's going to be very, very scrappy. They have to rally to try and work with, and if you get a longer fight, you can get this grab online, but the point just ticks up way too quickly. Flame's going for it, though. Flame triggers the overtime, and it just immediately dies for it. Yeah, they're going to keep funneling in here. Rally committed in that overclock, but Neno with the slide in will end up falling. There's the grab out. I think it connected on to maybe Ice Volcano. Alright, Magikarp's gonna throw in this orbit. Overtime, gone. Unfortunately, nobody from the team touched the point. So that will be a start here. Oh, sorry, I mean nobody from Beavertail touched the point. Team, get the point. Nice little 1-2 combo there from 8-ball. Won't find the limb, but hey, you create some space between yourself and the Reaper, and sometimes that is all you need. Over to Resort for point number 2. And we will see Beavertail getting themselves set up first. Lots to work with here. Azure. Now, not matching on the Orisa, but you already lose Neno here. Good trade coming through. McMahon is still alive, though, and they do have the Blossom ready to go. Oh, they're hiding in it. They're hiding in a corner. Yeah, it's gonna be the disengage that comes through for Beavertail, though, so. Now it's just a waiting game.
Death appears.
Poutine's gonna build up as much percentage as they can here. Trying to make a gamble about where this team is gonna push. Unfortunately, their gamble does not pay off. Rally for Ice Volcano, the TP in from McMahon. It will be the Orbit and the Overclock committed in here. Azure with a 3K out of all of that. The Orisa really capitalizing on all the chaos that's happening. And
Cooling down.
that will be 56% for the side of Poutine, and they committed, yeah, that falls into that. Oh, and McMahon's gonna swap over onto the Echo now off of that Reaper. Astro has a Terra Surge to work with, so you can combo kind of that Terra Surge with some sticky nades for McMahon, and then they can follow up with a focusing team as well. You gotta be worried about these ults coming online. The Terra Surge for Azure and Flame has this, so it's awesome. Azure walking in. Poutine's gotta know that he's looking for this Terra Surge. Holy Terra Surge! It is going to be one from Astro as well. Flame gonna end up falling there. Yeah, the damage has already been done though. You can't continue to push that. You have the overclock though, so you could push with this. At some point, they're gonna have to make a rotation towards the point. Nice headshot on a consequence. It is getting pressured over. It actually got speared into the health pack there. Oh no! Wins out the fight because of it. And that will be the cap being collected here for the side of Poutine. 90%. Pretty good for Beaver Tail. They just need to win one fight, but they don't really have a fight winning ult to work with. Having the rally up against the Orbit from Magikarp isn't a trade I personally would take. The rally, you can, you know, get a nice stun block, but it'd be hard to really find the limbs off of that stun block. Alright, rotation around coast now. For Beaver Tail. They do have to touch the ball. Somebody has got to tap for overtime. Overtime does get triggered here. Orbit and that rally put in. The nice thing about the rally is that you can walk around with it, where the Orbit is just a straight line, but it does look like Poutine doing a good job following that straight line. Overtime is tapped once again. Here, Azure is trying to keep things going. Consequence got out of angle. Okay, the torpedoes actually coming through from both Junos there are going to take each other out. Poutine pick up Resort and set themselves at a map point here. Garden for point number 3 is all the way across the map, so it's going to be a little stroll for them to get there, and it looks like Beavertail will be able to get set up first. So that's really nice where they do still have Flame on this Reaper, and they have Azure with this Terra Surge to work with. Yeah.
I think I see the enemy.
The Terra Surge ready to work with. Orbit for consequence as well. So last time we saw the Terra Surge just come out kind of in tandem here. Alright, great copy out for McMahon. Magic, make all falls. Trades coming through, but Azure out of the fight is going to lend itself well to Poutine. They wait out the Orbit as well. But Azure's going to find Neno. So yeah, this should be the cleanup. Poutine will get the first cap. Nice, sticky aids, consequence. Won't fall for that. Neno still walking back to spawn, but Neno does have the overclock to work with. This is going to be a really hard point for overclock, even on the defense here for Amadou. There's so many corners on Garden. Oh, great shot there. Okay, aggressive slide in. And then it's going to be overclock in response here. Rally out from Ice Volcano to try and support Amadou, and it does. Amadou will find the headshot onto Neno at the very, very end of that overclock, I think. And pushing way far forward. They want the late kills, and they will be granted them. McMahon does fall, though. Poutine is still holding fairly far forward. No, it's really just Astro and Amadou. I guess anticipate that McMahon's going to get back into the fight fairly quickly. You don't have an ult to put into this, though, so I suspect maybe the Hyper Ring to back up a bit until McMahon is back. No, the Hyper Ring is still going to be available. Okay, they don't even go for it, yeah. Poutine was just controlling all the space. Atlas going the way of Poutine. We're going to get them the point right now, but we are, of course, going to go to all of the sub-maps here. I didn't hear the city center or village, I think, is the next point. Yeah, it's just next door here. So not a long walk for the side of Poutine, and it's technically going to have better spawns for them. But just being in control of this flashpoint is already big value. The point will open, and yeah, they're gonna get the first percentage right away. Ults to work with as well. Right now, if you're Beaver Tail, you just have to play a little bit slow. You gotta build up this Terra Surge, the Orbit as well. Oh, Flame is over on the Genji here too. That's interesting to go into the Echo and the Brig. But we'll see what he can get done on it. Nice to follow up. Oh, on the low targets. Yeah, we'll be able to help take down a few. Alright, Flame, I see you. The team kill coming through, and Flame definitely had a whole lot to do with that. So, hey, that's big stuff here for Beaver Tail. They withstand Terra Surge. Now, the duplicate didn't come in from McMahon, so they will have that for the next one. Did the break copy come out last time? That might have just been to try and stay alive, so we'll have to see what they go for on the duplicate this time. Maybe the Genji? Would that be crazy? Maybe. Is that because 8-Ball has... Yeah, you go for the break again. The rally comes out. Oh no, McMahon deleted immediately from the duplicate. And from the point. Orbit now committed here. You lose Ice Volcano though, so it's a 3v5 for the side of Beaver Tail. Oh, Beaver Tail not rotating towards the point though. It is going to be Poutine getting themselves set up here. Okay, it's going to be the recontest just in time. Overclocked out from both. Last time Amadou found the better of it. Looking to take the trade again. Magic and Mayball are going to have Nenos back here, so Amadou will lose that one out. Point is in control of Poutine. Great sticky nades. The focusing beam, not quite gonna find it, but hey, the rally will help take down Magic Mayball. There's a blade from Flame. So very, very low. Trying to stay alive, but yeah, you're gonna get chased down for that one. Terra Surge is ready to go here for Astro. A little bit of a late kill onto Consequence. Won't get that wave spawn from the DPS. And I do not think that we will see a recontest here on this point either. If Beaver Tail wants to pick up a point here on Atlas, it's gonna have to be Bizarre. Town Center. I knew it was like village or city or something. Alright, yeah, Bizarre for point number 5 here. Terra Surge is ready to go for both teams. Hey, this is big. Beaver Tail's gonna get themselves set up on the point first. Terra Surge probably gonna be committed early in the fight. Flame will probably be the one to have to try and finish a lot of those kills though, so you gotta make sure that Flame is ready to go for follow-up with Terra Surge. Surge in. Damage done. Flame's not paying attention, but it's okay because the kill comes over on to Magikarp. And the point goes the way of Beaver Tail. At least for now, though. Astro, matching back with a Terra Surge, picks up that Mega Health Pack as well. So, 2 down, 3 down here, and Beaver Tail are going to have to cede this point.
Thanks.
Alright. Duplicate for McMahon to work with. I feel like, okay, Magikarp gonna find the consequence of those Pulsar torpedoes, so that was kind of like the opening ult that you needed for Beaver Tail, so they're really not gonna be able to even look for a trade here. I'm just trying to build up to this overclock. Man, takes down Flame though, yeah, that's the problem with playing the Genji, is that you can't deflect that. And you can't deflect this, although the Genji's already gone. Here's the overclock out from Amadou. It's cleanup time here for the Poutine team. Oh, Flame! Yeah. Team kill coming through here. Excellent stuff for Poutine. Both support ults ready to go. 8-Ball's gonna swap over to the Jetpack Cat. Gonna have to try and get the touch. Look how far forward Poutine is holding. They want to make Beaver Tail at least have to commit something into this. And they do. They commit in the overclock. They commit in the orbit. The rally gets expended. McMahon is over on the Eureka here. As the Terror Surge ready to go. Here we go. Flame is gone. The Jetpack Cat is gone. And a Terror Surge won't be enough, as that will be 5 points on the board here for Team 15 on Atlas. And that will bring them ahead in the series. Again, we've been swapping teams kind of all block long, but just in terms of name value, Poutine is now up 3-2. So that means somebody in this roster is undefeated. McMahon? Oh, no, sorry, not undefeated. 3-2. Oh, it's way too late. Rain is way too tired. We go... Well, ooh, do we have... I feel like we're probably only going to do one more map. Even though... Oh, no, 2 more maps. We gotta do hybrid. What am I thinking? We've been seeing Blizzard World a lot for hybrid, so... We'll see if that's what we're gonna get for map number 5. And then we'll, of course, see if there's any swaps that come in as well. And bans. Okay. Let's show the players again. So these are the players that you have in for tonight, of course. You've got to know them. But there are 43 players that are trialing for Team Canada here. You can see them on your screen. So, yeah, so impressed with the amount of talent that we've gotten to see. And I believe at this point, we have seen every one of these players at least once. Some of them multiple times already. Of course, we only have 4 more blocks after tonight, so we'll have 2 on Saturday, we'll have 2 on Sunday, so we're running out of time here to complete the trial. So love that we're getting to see these players as much as we have. And of course, to go along with the players, we have all these coach trials that are trying out as well. 13 different assistant coaches trialing. And it's been interesting. I think, and this is just me kind of speculating because I really am just a fly on the wall here outside looking in. I think that the way that it's set up is that each of the assistant coaches have been like assigned players, and they're like specifically coaching a handful of players. So each player gets feedback after their block from these assistant coaches, and of course from Danny, I'm sure. They do like VOD reviews and stuff. Like I've been seeing after the blocks in the voice channels, like, you know, sometimes 7, 8 different voice channels going of like a coach with like 1 or 2 players. It revolves every block. Oh, so the coaches get different players every block. Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Also, shout out Jobs, one of those assistant coach trials. Good to have you here. We will not be going to Blizzard World also. So we will be going to hybrid, though. We do have to do a hybrid map. So we will head over to the other map that we have been getting to see a decent amount of. And that is Midtown. Oh, we got to update this too. All the points for Poutine on Atlas. All the points. There we go. All right. So for Midtown, we'll have a tank swap coming in. So Azure for Astro here. So otherwise everything is the same. So that means Astro is now on Poutine, I think. Maybe. I'm losing track here. Who is live again? Oh, it's no problem. McMahon is live, and then Neno. So it's I hate Neno. I think I'm not watching him, but he has posted his stream in the stream kind of channel in the trial server. So I think that he's probably still live. And yeah, I haven't seen anybody else post anything. Tomathon is in the lobby as well now, so he'll also probably be live right now. Alright. Yeah, Astro's gonna have the first ban. Yes, no problem. Thanks for supporting the players. So, we are gonna have some bans come in. These are from the players themselves as well. The teams get to decide these bans. So, it will be a Zarya ban and an Iari ban. I love to see it. Iari really only kind of getting getting a lot of playtime on Midtown, so we'll see these teams gonna swap over to some other form of poke support potentially.
Hey there.
Beavertail will be on the defense first. I feel like I have these teams all mixed up by now, but alas. Looks like probably gonna end up on a Sig mirror. I think this checks out for Midtown.
Hello.
Oh, potentially Flame on the Pharah. I don't know that I've seen a whole. I don't know if we've seen Flame play Pharah actually. I'm not.
3,
Hello.
I'm not sure.
Hello there.
This will be interesting though. Ooh, especially if McMahon comes out on the Echo. This could be a fun little matchup. Yeah. No Zarya. No Yari.
What's up? Hi. Hey there. Konnichiwa.
Maybe the big Juno backline for the attacking team here. It is nice to have that speed to try and get through the choke point. A lot of survivability in this defense backline, though. The Brig and the Kiriko not only able to peel for each other fairly well, but like the self-peel for these tanks is pretty impressive.
1. Attackers incoming.
Wait, McMahon. Ah, no! They thought about it. They thought about it, but McMahon's over on the Tracer. Amadou is going to be over on the Sierra. All right, fun. Amadou locked in on this hero. Background control in. Auto fire. The tracker does connect on the plane. It does a lot of damage to that Pharah, honestly. You have to break line of sight so quickly. No shields for Azure though, so it's gonna be a little tricky for Poutine to push through this choke point now. Gonna be a rotation on the angle here. And oh, consequence! A dome to McMahon. And yeah, self-peel in the form of damage. Sometimes. Nano will take down Amadou as well, so yeah, the attack is shut down here. Amanda's gonna get set up on an angle once again.
I can heal you.
Gonna have, I think a hard time with all of this poke damage from, ooh, there's the tracker, yep, good, breaking the line of sight. All the poke damage coming in from Flame and Neno. It is kind of just melting the cooldowns from Azure. Yeah, already here, the shield is gone once again. Recall forced out from McMahon. A rocket from directly above. Now, Azure has managed to somehow creep his way forward. Magikarp, though, gets caught out. Yeah, Astro shoving the remaining members of the team into this little fire hole, and it's just Amadou, 1 HP. Has to reset entirely here.
Everything. Oh, hello.
Great defense so far from Beavertail.
Hey there.
Gonna have this Flux to work with and that Kitsune Rush. Honestly, you'll be able to get all of your ults online very quickly. Beavertail, good team. Having a hard time getting the support ult online for Magikarp. They will go first in this fight though. Right? Doesn't find anything with the Flux, doesn't find anything with the Sierra. All that is going to be the Kitsune Rush here from Consequence. Pushing Poutine right back into that choke point. Pulpon doesn't connect. The rally out from both teams. Nano is going to end up falling here. Astro takes down Ice Volcano though. Magikarp very, very low. Astro has just obliterated the backline of Poutine. And not done yet. Looking to take down McMahon. They managed to get the health back, but oh god, the direct hyper spears are so deadly. Amadou falls as well, so yeah, it's not even a take on the board here. Unfortunately for the attack of Poutine. And good ult cycling as well for Beavertail on this defense. Both these DPS ults to work with. Amadou off of the Sierra. Over onto the Cassidy now. Is Flame aware of this? Flame's gonna be. Neno's aware of it at least. Trade's coming out. It is the orbit going towards the point here. Neno has kind of flipped the map, which is really nice. Oh, has the override protocol. Supports it back all the way into the firehouse. Azure has just been put in the most awkward spot. Yeah, he's gonna end up falling into the whip shot here. The tank is down for the attack. 20 seconds on the board. Oh, if you can find Flame here, it would be massive! Amadeus not gonna be able to find his back over on that Sierra as well. I think it's gonna have to be McMahon is actually in the back line here, so they will at least trigger overtime. And that's about it. Now the rest of the team is gonna have to start pushing in. Ice Volcano over on the Lucio. Oh, okay, a rock shut down Flame, but not before Mastercard gets taken on the fight here. Amadou, yeah, gone. Astro's gonna have the flux ready to go soon as well. So, unfortunately for Routine, Midtown, Hope, not working out for them. It's just McMahon alive, and they will not be able to get another overtime triggered. Round 1 done. We'll swap sides here. Swap. My overlay updated.
Now entering Midtown.
Alright, well, name of the game here. If you're Beaver Tail, just cap first point. I actually don't know if there were any ticks required. I maybe lost track of that a little bit, but let's say there was 1 tick on the board for Poutine on their attack, so I think if you get 2 here for Beaver Tail, you get the win. Oh, and finally some D.Va! I can't believe it's so interesting to see kind of the variety of tank play between all of the blocks. I feel like day 1 and 2, it was just like all D.Va. Everybody was just running D.Va. And then like 3 and now most of 4, not interested. More towards the Ram. So, it's cool to see. Especially because, like I mentioned before, there's 7 players that will get signed to the roster, and there's only the requirement to have those, you know, the 5 required roles, and then your 2 kind of subs can be whatever role you want. But most teams have been doing, like, 2 DPS, 2 tanks, 3 support. So, I think that, like, having kind of a dive tank and then having a brawl tank, it's totally viable. You could definitely run it.
Are they afraid?
Alright. Oh, Kiriko Wuyong backline for both teams as well. Oh, 8 ball. Getting deleted as Juris just found the angle. Nano does end up taking down Amadou. So, although Azure pushed forward there to find some of the Elims, this has kind of just opened the door for Astro, Flame and Consequence to sneak their way into the firehouse. It is going to be a pinch coming through. Azure is very much alone right now. Okay, finds Consequence. Great TP in, but yeah, Mastercard cannot keep the tank alive here. Nice trades coming through. Oh, no, not trades. Not trades. It is all Beaver Tail in the kill feed.
Hey there.
Flame ripping apart the remaining members of Poutine, and Azure's gonna swap over onto the Doomfist here. Try and get a touch. Astro. Oh, Ice Volcano was in the train, I think. That's really unfortunate. You lose Young here. Okay, Azure takes down Flame, so you are kind of even here. Consequence gone as well. Azure finds 2. And gonna maybe be able to get the BMAC as well. The Doomfist just swapped just to try and get back to the point. Seems to be paying off. They're fighting for the health pack right now. Who will get it? It will be Azure. You gotta take down this baby D.Va. Manages to do so. Health pack hunting right now is the name of the game. Alright. Hey, good stabilization here for Poutine, but I do think that's not the win here for Beaver Tail. I think I'm gonna give it to them. But I would love to see Beaver Tail continue this attack and try and pick up the checkpoint, obviously. Alright, Tidal Blast into Azure, punches in, connects onto Neno. And even though the members got through the choke point for Beaver Tail, they are quite low. Astro commits in the bomb. Not! Oh, okay, you lived that. Good to know. More percent building here. Tidal Blast in, will CC up Azure, but not able to find the kills, and now you're getting chased out by McMahon! It's gonna be another stabilization here for the defense. Quite low. Neno going for the override protocol. healing. Okay, it's still lots of ulti as well. Aminu taking down 8-Ball. Yeah, even though you find that trade, I don't think that Beaver Tail's going to be able to push forward. Meteor Strike in, looking for the kill on a consequence. Nicely timed Suzu will keep the Kiriko to the side of Beaver Tail alive. They have to regroup now. They have the Kitsune Rush to work with. They're going to have to put it onto the point here. Oh, gets punched into a wall! Has to throw it out. Yeah, it just kind of, it was going to die otherwise. Consequence is going to fly. Oh, actually, both Kirikos end up dying here. Magikarp got the Kitsune Rush onto the point as well, and it is going to last a little bit longer here. Astro, yeah, we stagger in scrims here. We sure do.
Send me someone who can fight back.
15 seconds. Beaver Tail. They need to get a touch onto the point. They need to trigger the overtime. Big Man, not going to find anything with that pulse bomb. I think 8-Ball is maybe going to be the one to touch. No, Flame will trigger the overtime, I believe. No! Flame didn't trigger the overtime! Okay, you know what? That was very, very close. I do think that Beaver Tail still took that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that Poutine did not get that close to the cap, so we're gonna have oh, okay, I'm counting things wrong because we have not gotten to map 6 yet, so I don't, who have I been giving points to? Wait, I can look at my, here we go, I can count here. Beaver Tail got the first map. Poutine got the next. Poutine got the next. And then Beaver Tail got the next 2. Okay, so Poutine should only have 2. There we go. We'll give that as 1 point for Beaver Tail. Sure. Okay. One more map, I believe. Map number 6. Yeah, usually it's been a control map, but yeah, we had a push map for the last one. Okay, well, we'll cycle back over. It'll be control. It was an anomaly, the last block. Okay, so we will be heading over to Busan for map number 6. Again, this is going to be the final map here. And we'll see if Danny implements any swaps. And then we'll have bans. Okay, no swaps. No swaps. So it's just going to be the bans that come through. No, and immediately. Curie is gone. Curie has been removed. We will not be on the Curie Lucio. So that begs the question, like, we'll just be back over on the Brig Juno, I guess. That seems like that has been the play. Or Jetpack Cat. You could play Jetpack Cat, guys. I would love to see some Jetpack Cat. Yeah, there's both of them. So the 2 people from the side of Poutine immediately with the carry ban. So we will see how what the response is. It'll be a tank or a DPS. I mean, maybe the Diva ban. We see the Kiri Diva ban come through a lot in these these trial blocks so far. All right. Danny's giving them a minute, so we'll just wait to see where that's gonna be. Yeah, reminder for the streams. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 to 8, and then 8 to 10, to do co-stream. I believe Tomathon will be maybe on for that as well. He was a little bit late today just because I think he stayed up all night to cast the OWCS the co-stream. I think. But I think you should be on tomorrow, and then Sunday will be the St. Clair broadcast. So that is like the official broadcast with replays and like an actual observer, an actual producer, 2 casters. So I will be casting the 6 to 8 block with Ravishing Ravish, and then the 8 to 10 will be Mark and Evan. Yeah, so make sure you check that out on Sunday. Ban coming through, it is going to be Zarya. So, Kiriko Zarya bans for our 6th and final map. Let's head in to Busan. know, I speculated a Juno Brig backline, but never know. Never know. Could be something a little different. Zarya ban out. Yeah, Astro's gonna go over onto the Diva. Azure on the Sigma, which I think is gonna work for this map specific, like for Sanctuary specifically. But I feel like you might have a harder time on the other map, the other points here on Busan.
Now there. Hello.
5, 4,
All right.
3.
All players ready?
One magical step at a time.
Not all ready.
5, 4.
Not gonna be the Brig Juno either.
2,
Or I mean sorry, the Brig Zen. It is going to be the Brig Juno.
Increase our pace.
Brig Juno backline for both teams. Tracer as well. The difference being in that it's kind of between, of course. Alright, already it is going to be 15 in control of the drum. Brock not connecting onto Astro here, and well, Beaverdale have promptly evicted Poutine from that drum. Just as the point is opening though, so it is going to be a rotation towards the point here.
Still charging up.
Angles being gained for both of these teams, so now it's a matter of who is going to find that opening pick, who's going to find the focused fire damage. McMahon so low, I don't know how they're still alive, honestly. Beaverdale is just surrounding Poutine, but eventually Meatball will be the first one to fall. So good stuff from Amadou. Consequence, yeah, gets caught up on an ankle as well, so there's no backline here for the side of Beaverdale, so it should be Poutine picking this up. They will do just that. 8-ball over onto the Wuyong here. The Juno Wuyong is an interesting combo. Ooh, very, very low. Amadou has done very well to build up nearly to this ultimate. Astro as well, a lot of damage on that Diva. Alright, it is a close hold here for the side of Poutine. Ooh, hello, McMahon. Has to have that recall forced out. They're very low. Ooh, gets taken down. Right, headshot. The ball's bomb connects. Ice Volcano is gone. And that should be a nice flip here, as you're gonna fall late as well. So, good stuff, Beaverdale. Getting control of the point, getting control of the space as well. So to have this Diva bomb to work with, Consequence gonna build up to this orbit well before Magikarp. 8-ball did make that swap late, so you're lagging a little bit behind in the Wuyong ult. Man, that's a pulse bomb as well. Nope, Sonic Man. That's a pulse bomb. Has to just make sure it doesn't get eaten up. Maybe gonna go for one of the supports. Right now, really just on Astro. Has to keep Flame in check. The overclock from Amadou doesn't actually find anything. Maybe forces a little bit of positioning, but the team is needed to capitalize on that. Orbit in. 3 mech comes through for Astro. The bomb didn't find anything, but hey, you make it back into the mech, and that's value in and of itself. McMahon gonna find better than that Tracer tool, so that is gonna be the Tidal Blast in. And the Override Protocol as well. The rally coming out from Ice Volcano stacked with that orbit. It is an all bonanza on the point here, and it looks like Beaverdale are coming out on top of that one. Supports are down. You lose Nano, but otherwise you hold on to this point. On phase 2, I mean, they're trying to kind of just deny a touch from coming through. Flame is actually lurking on the side here. Knows that somebody's gonna come this way. Very, very low. Has to recall out, and all of a sudden you are in the middle of Poutine's team. You don't end up getting punished for that. Building up to the pulse bomb right now. Will end up having to back away. Overtime triggered by McMahon, but they fall immediately. There's a pulse bomb. Find the limb. Astro has this bomb, but yeah, the DPS are finding the limbs needed here for Beaverdale to pick up Sanctuary. Team kill coming through for them as they pick Sanctuary up, and pretty clean fashion as well. You know, a couple fight wins there for Poutine, but I think overall it was just really good map control from Beavertail.
Ready.
So think about having the Emre versus Soj matchup is really interesting because Soj does have more in terms of like mobility to self-peel to basically just like run away from anybody that puts pressure onto her. But the Emre having that like siphon pistol where you get the lifesteal is like really strong if you just hit the shots. And Nettle hits the shots, so it's interesting to see that matchup coming through. We'll move over to Mecha Base now. Oh, that Soul Dynasty spray is so cute. Alright, TP out from McMahon as Azure's gonna move over on to the Ramattra here. Astro off of the Diva on to the Orisa, so this is a lot more classic of what we expect on Mecha Base. More brawl focus, a lot of this front to back kind of composition. That being said though, Flame is over on the Genji. Okay, Nemesis Swarm forced out already from Azure, who is bleeding HP, is going to end up getting taken down. Flame very low as well, but the mobility of the Genji is going to really come in handy there. Ice Volcano eats the spear and gets entirely split from his team, so that will be the first point opening and going the way of Beavertail here. They're not done yet either. I mean, it's late kills onto the supports, and Astro is holding this choke point, trying to maybe find another pick. McMahon's going to put pressure onto the point. Somebody's going to have to come back here to contest them. It will be Flame. Yeah, it's a little tough. You're taking Flame off the front line, but you're not taking down poor Astro. But McMahon has stolen the point. That's a big flip here for Poutine. Hey, Mike, thank you. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. You're here for the very last map. Overclock out from Amanu. Astro is so low. Ends up actually walking into that disruptor field. McMahon taking down 2 in this fight as well. Has the pulse bomb ready to go. Won't end up beating it this time. And honestly, I'm very impressed that the team are still in control of this point. Azure takes down Flame, so that's another just more percentage going to be building here for the side of Poutine. Having all 4 of their ults to work with is going to be big, but hey, there's 4 ults actually for the side of Beavertail to work with too, so we'll see what they opt to use first. I suspect we're going to see an orbit in from maybe Consequence. I like this rotation towards the bridge. If you can get Nano set up on that. Oh, on the bridge. Okay, the false bomb from McMahon doesn't connect. Nano has that slide forced out. But hey, you found your way onto the bridge, and now you have the overclock. All the space to work with. And you get to set yourself up on the point. The flip. Oh, the contest actually comes through. McMahon finds Consequence out, but not enough to stop the flip. So it is going to be even numbers here. I want to commit it all. You are both of these teams. There's going to be both support ults and a Terra Surge in. Consequence, the later orbit as well in response to this annihilation. These teams are just throwing everything they have. Consequence, yeah, the support's gone from the fight because of that annihilation. Astro, a dip into the ocean. Good percentage on the board here for Poutine. One more fight to win, and both teams threw all of the ults they had. So now you're looking at Beavertail trying to push in positional disadvantage. Oh, okay, they actually get through that choke point down there for free, though. And Nano's going to once again get set up on this bridge. McMahon takes out A-Ball. McMahon is just constantly in the back line of Beavertail. Astro has all the cooldowns forced out. Pulse bomb in. Oh, okay, actually still had the javelin spin. Not for long, though. McMahon looking to take down Consequence as well. Meanwhile, the point being cleaned up, overtime triggered, and I don't think that anybody from the side of Beavertail will touch. No, it will be a point win here for Poutine.
Score 1 to watch.
tying us up on Busan. We were of course gonna go to third point anyways, but maybe it's fun to have a little bit higher stakes as we go into downtown. Maybe we get a widow duel. If it were to happen on Busan, it would be here, but I think that we might be locked in on these compositions. As you're showing the ram here, interesting. It's a lot of high ground to deal with. If you want to try and just force a fight in the on the point, or you know, in the movie theater, you could do that. Where's the cow? Nice. Looks like we'll probably have the TP out from both, and then I'm expecting a Tracer duel. Probably. Break Juno backline, no surprise either, so. Alright, this is gonna be it. Last point here for our 8 to 10 trial block.
The objective.
Oh! These McMahon is on the sim! McMahon is not swapped to the Tracer! I like it, they're cooking. That's why you have Azure on this ramp. Unfortunately, TP is very telegraphed, and there's going to be a grenade and a bunch of damage waiting for you on the other end. So maybe the swap over. I don't know. They're still on the sim. 8 ball with a double there. And that will be the first point here on downtown, picked up by Beavertail. And they're going to get themselves set up kind of towards this high ground. I like the sim for like the mobility that it's going to give this ram, but the thing is there's so much mobility outside of Beavertail that they can really just run away from the sim for the most part. Okay, well, not going to run far enough. After was very low, and actually walked into the disruptor field of Amadou. So Diva is down here, and that'll be the flip over for Poutine.
Thanks.
Good stuff, and I think that that's going to be the key to this composition is to just keep these TPs moving. Always kind of go for the reset. Try to catch Beavertail out in their rotations. Nade in. 8 ball is off of the break. 8 ball is over on to the Wuyong here. Good shots connecting. Oh, okay. Flame is going to follow up on it as well. Great play here from Beavertail, and yeah, momentarily they'll cap this point, and they didn't even have to use any ults for that. They did lose Neno, but Neno will come back quickly, and Neno has that override protocol to work with as well, so there's going to be a pretty big opportunity to use that on downtown. There's lots of these long sight lines, and it is going to be really about kind of forcing the positioning here. McMahon is off the sim. McMahon is on the Tracer. Spotted out, flame aware. McMahon is going to back all the way up. Yeah, but Neno having this override protocol, it's going to be on Astro and Flame to really kind of follow through on the damage that comes through for that. Even if there's no damage that comes through from that override protocol, Neno's going to be forcing positioning. You're basically corralling Poutine into specific places. Here's the override protocol in. The overclock in response, but Amadou doesn't really have any space to work with. Okay, does manage to force the bomb out from Astro. But right now, Poutine, in the day of the movies, they have to use the Annihilation and the Rally to break their way out of the cinema. Excellent target focus. They're going to take down Consequence and Neno. And now that you have forced Beavertail to come back to the point, this Annihilation, or this Ramatra is going to do all that extra damage, give the extra benefit. Great point present. 77% is close to last fight territory here for Beavertail. They're building up both these support ults, so that could be massive. McMahon has the pulse bomb. They're on an angle. Beavertail's gonna be aware that McMahon's over here.
Not ready to overclock just yet.
Potentially looking for 8 ball. Oh, nice pitch coming through. Really good timing on that engagement for sure. The orbit comes out from Magikarp as well. Making some use of it, but the Tidal Blast from 8 ball I think actually went over onto himself maybe. Oh, nice headshot from Amadou. Somehow Magikarp is alive through that. Here's the orbit from the side of Great All-Star coming through. Gotta run away from that ram, though. And yeah, it's gonna be the follow-up by McMahon. But the numbers not there for Poutine. This should be... Oh, actually, the point was already flipped here. No, I didn't even notice it. It is going to be overtime triggered. Poutine have to keep somebody on this point. They need to get another touch. It is going to be Azure swapping back over onto this Doomfist. Hey, we saw what this Doomfist could do on mid-tempo. Azure be able to pull it off again. Does find the kill on to 8-ball, but 1v3 on the point. Ice Volcano will get a touch briefly here on the Lucio, but can't really live for very long. And that will be it. Busan picked up here. It will be Beaver Tail that win Busan. You know, win Busan. But yeah, really fantastic stuff from both teams. It's nice to get to go to the third map off of Busan. Yeah, so that will be it here for our 8 to 10 co-stream block. Thank you so much to everybody that joined. I know that there are some of you that I think have been here from the 6 to 8 and the 8 to 10, so quite the time commitment to come in and support these Overwatch Canadian players. One last time, I am gonna throw up the players here. So 43 players trialing. You guys got to see 10 of them here. I guess technically like 19 of them because Flame was here for the 6 to 8. And then, yeah, everybody else new in for the 8 to 10. Yeah, there are going to be more trials. The trials continue. I mean, we've got 43 players, so we gotta put in a decent amount of time to get through all these trials. So make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We'll be back for the 6 to 8 co-stream here. Maybe Tomathon as well. Follow him maybe on, he's not super active, but keep an eye out on the Team Canada Overwatch Twitch, I think, or Twitter. I feel like that might be the best way to tell if Tomathon's going to be live. But I will definitely be here for 6 to 8 and then for 8 to 10. And then, yeah, Sunday you'll get an official broadcast, full production and everything. So that will also be a 6 to 8 and an 8 to 10. And that will be the last block of trials. The 19th is where we will wrap things up. So I anticipate that maybe the end of next week or maybe the beginning of like the week after that is when we'll find out who's going to be on the team for Team Canada. 7 players out of 43. So big decisions to make. So shout out to Chibi, our general manager, and to Danny, our head coach. Yeah, thank you all again for joining me here for day 4 of Team Canada's Overwatch World Cup Trials, and I will hopefully get to see you again tomorrow. So have a great night and enjoy your weekend.